I got some important information for y'all. There's no better place to win cash while watching sports than PrizePicks. Football season is here and basketball season is here, so there's absolutely no better time to join. It's super easy to use. To create a lineup, all you got to do, select a few player stats, pick more or less. That's literally it. PrizePicks is available in more than 40 states, including California, Texas, my home state, and Georgia. But my favorite thing, PrizePicks is going to give you $50 in lineups when you make your first $5 lineup. What's that mean? Win or lose, you get $50 in lineups for free. Just download the app and use promo code SPEAKEASY today. $5 gets you $50 in lineups. PrizePicks. It's good to be right.
Yo! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Speakeasy, sophisticated sports talk with the best in the game. We are blessed to be here with you on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon. I know it's cold out there in a lot of parts of the country, but hopefully this show and a drink in your right hand will be able to warm you up. I'm the large human being, nicknamed Care Bear, standing behind the bar, Kieran Hickey Simple, and I am joined here today with a man wearing non-prescription glasses and some
I have a question. I have a question. So what you may miss if this is your first time watching Speakeasy, it's your boy Emmanuel Acho. Care Bear said he has a goal to lose 60 pounds in the next 6 months. Every day we do this show, it's about 85 shows now, he says, I'm the large human being in the back behind the bar. It's your boy Care Bear, a.k.a. Kieran Hickey Simple. What happens when you're no longer a large human being? Is it, I'm the slim human being, like that doesn't have the same ring to it?
I can say I'm the swole human being.
He's still gonna be large. He's not gonna be as large.
Yeah.
He's not a small dude.
I'm the not as large. I'm the not as large human being standing behind the bar.
He's not a small guy. He's still big.
I'm all of 6'3".
He could say once large.
A lot to a little. Yeah.
Get to the intros because people don't know that you're speaking yet.
We'll get to the rest. And also joining us here in the Speakeasy, a Pro Bowler in the NFL, and he made that Pro Bowl when it meant something, not like today. I'm talking about TJ Hushmanzada in the building. How we doing today, TJ?
Man, good. Ready to go. Let's go.
It's going to be a great
bunch
show
of nonsense.
here. Look, this man is from Indiana, and he's rocking the Pacers colors today. The man with fresher braids than anyone that I've ever seen. Maybe a prime Bow Wow back in 2002. Social Trey in the building. How we doing today? Hey!
Hey, listen, true story real quick. I switched to public school in 3rd grade, right? I had my hair braided, and I was walking down the hallway, and it was like a movie. It was like something you could not imagine. Kids was lined up on the lockers because it's a new kid in the school.
Check.
And they was all like, oh, little Bow Wow. You just don't know. The way you move so fast. Across the floor. You know run through my mind like all the time to the point that I just want to take you home.
Oh,
crazy core memory for me.
I do remember that now.
I
didn't get it at first. Like Mike, great movie, man.
It was. Shout out Cambridge. Shout out.
When I had my first childhood crush, Brenda Song.
Brenda Song.
Really? Yeah. She played London Tipton and Sweet Life on
Wendy Wu.
And Cody, Wendy Wu, Homecoming Warrior.
Yeah.
Brenda Song. Yeah, she was.
She's married now to right?
She's married to Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, that's not
exactly.
That's not a bad first crush.
But enough about my childhood crushes. Let's talk about a childhood being ruined for some grown man in the city of New England, as it was announced today. Bill Belichick, the 8-time Super Bowl winning head coach, is not a first ballot Hall of Famer. Fell short of the 40 out of 50 votes needed for induction to the Pro Football Hall of Fame in his first year of eligibility. An absolutely asinine decision, no matter how you look at it. Adam Schefter put out this tweet and said he got a text from an NFL executive saying the 10 people that didn't vote for Bill Belichick should be exposed. And they absolutely should. Fellas, what's you guys' reaction to Bill Belichick not a first ballot Hall of Famer?
Bill Belichick, not being a first ballot Hall of Famer is a complete indictment to the Hall of Fame voters. It's a complete indictment to the Hall of Fame. Expose the voters, please. When people can live in anonymity, they can live in stupidity. And the problem is there's a lot of stupidity between those voters, because how does the greatest, at least arguably the greatest coach in the history of the sport not get in first ballot? And here's when I knew that the voters have to be exposed. Because Bill Polian, a former exec for the Colts, long-time exec, a Hall of Fame voter, he said that he doesn't even remember who he voted for. Pull up the tweet, please.
Yes.
He said he doesn't even remember. I'm going to read it, Care Bear. At the very bottom, He says Polian added that he could not remember with 100% certainty if he voted for Belichick, saying he was 95% sure he voted for a coach and player, most likely LC Greenwood. Here's my dilemma.
Acho.
Not as much. Hold on, T. Hold on, T.
Lying ass dude.
If you're so old and senile that you can't even remember who you voted for, take your pen away, take your pencil away, take your Scantron away, take your phone away, take your laptop away, take your iPad away, take any device by which you can cast a vote away and remove your ability to vote, because that is horrendous.
Listen, number one, when you make that statement, Bill Polian, you're lying. And you know you're lying.
Okay.
You know you didn't vote for him. Yeah. You know you didn't vote for him.
Talk, T.
Don't lie.
Talk, T.
This is perfect because, one, Bill Belichick, and when I say this is perfect, it's because this whole process now needs to be overhauled. It needs to be overhauled. The whole voting process is guys that's in that probably shouldn't be in, and there's guys that aren't in that really should be in. If you didn't vote for Bill Belichick, you should be stripped of your voting rights. Everybody that didn't vote for Bill Belichick, you should be. He's earned this, man. He's earned this. Like when you earn something, you should get rewarded for what you've accomplished. The same thing they did to T.O. Same thing they did to T.O.
Yep.
T.O. should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer. He wasn't. Anybody that did not vote for Bill Belichick should be stripped. They should never be able to vote again.
That's an incredible
They should
take.
never be able to vote again because they made this personal. Was it we on the baseball stuff. They felt like he cheated, so we're not voting him in.
Yep.
Are you not going to ever vote him in now?
Yep.
Because that's what's happened in baseball. The guys that cheated, they have yet to get voted in.
Yep.
So now you're going to do this with Bill? Or did you not vote him in because he was mean to you in press conferences and you're holding the grudge that he was mean to you? He didn't give you the answer you wanted. I don't know Belichick. I've met him, said what's up. But for him and his family, bro, this is terrible.
Yeah.
Because he's earned this. When you think, you can't even tell the story of the National Football League without bringing up Bill Belichick. You can't tell the story of the National Football League without bringing up Bill Belichick.
Let me interject, because that is probably the greatest statement you can ever utter to try to decipher somebody's greatness. Can I tell the story of the game without mentioning you?
You can't.
And you can't. Because as soon as you get to the year 2000 and 2001, you got to start mentioning Belichick routinely. You know what I mean? You can't tell a decade, 2 decades, 3 decades without mentioning Bill Belichick. And then here's what really irks me, because as y'all know, I'm an MVP and an all-pro voter. You have to have publicity with who you vote for accountability. Like, these votes dictate legacy. These votes dictate greatness. These votes dictate money. Josh Allen made $1 million for being an MVP 2 years ago. These votes dictate so much that you can't have imbeciles just carelessly and casually casting their votes. There is too much at stake. And the only way there can be accountability is if there's publicity. If y'all do remember, I think it was, and shout out to her, she's doing phenomenally, and I hate to single her out like this. Y'all remember Maria Taylor maybe years ago?
Yes.
She was a voter for basketball, and I think it was either that she left Anthony Davis, who may have had like one of the best seasons, either left him off or had him third team, and like that caused her to realize, you know what, I'm doing too much. Like, I don't have the bandwidth to host this show, host that show, host this show, and watch the game intently enough to vote accurately for who should get these awards. Like, because of the authenticity and the transparency, that allowed everybody to hold accountability and say, hey, you know what? Hey, you might be doing too much. So I do think, and let me be honest, if I'm being honest as a voter, not for Hall of Fame, for other awards, T, let me be honest with you. Let me be honest with you. If you know it could be public, it makes you work harder. Last year, they didn't tell us they were going to release our votes for All Pro and MVP. All of a sudden, I wake up one day and everybody's like, yo, you did this, you did that. Thank God I can stand 10 toes down on it. But like this year, I knew, oh snap, it's going to be public. So I didn't just casually vote for random offensive linemen. What I did, T, is I said, hey, what y'all think? Hey, former NFL Hall of Fame offensive lineman, da, da, da. So you have to make it public, because also, how in the world, T, can Bill Belichick and all of his greatness, I don't care if you were Deflategate, I don't care about Spygate, I don't care about none of them gates. How, T, does Bill Belichick not get in first ballot?
And you said, from the 2000s. What about the New York Giants defenses?
When he was a DC?
When he was a DC and he won
about
two
it, T,
Super Bowls.
please.
He won two Super Bowls.
Yeah.
He made his name because of his defensive game plans, being a defensive coordinator for Bill Parcells.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's where he made his name at. He was a guru then.
Absolutely.
And so, to me, you look at the ballot, you just go down the list. As soon as you see Bill Belichick, you got to put a star, you got to put a check, you got to put something. He getting in. I don't care who else. He getting in. When you look at the ballot this year, Drew Brees is getting in. Larry Fitzgerald getting in. Those three. Everybody else, we'll see.
Yeah.
Those three got to get in.
Yeah. And here's the thing. And T said, what you say? If you didn't vote for Belichick, your Hall of Fame card should be.
You should lose the privilege to vote.
Yes. Okay, let me add to that. The way in which voting is orchestrated has to be completely overturned if Bill Belichick doesn't get in.
Man.
Because for those of y'all that don't know, there's a lot of details here. The way it works out isn't just like you vote for Belichick, you don't vote for Belichick. You can vote for like 3 individuals, something along those lines. And out of the normal Hall of Fame ballots, there's like these senior players. And then there's also the coaches. So based on a tweet that I saw, T is like, there were 5, there's like Belichick, Kraft, and then some old school players. I think that the dilemma is people were voting for some of those old school players because they're like, well, if Belichick don't get in this year, he'll get in again next year.
No.
No.
Like, he's earned this, man.
Yeah.
It's like I go to school and I get a 97 on the test and you give me a B. I got a 97. I got an A. I got an A on this and you giving me a B? Like, he's earned it. Like, I don't care about... Like, Bill Polian, he the same guy that said Lamar Jackson should play receiver.
Said it.
Yep.
He the same guy.
And that
Oh, I
dude's in
don't
charge
remember
of it.
who I voted for. Yeah, you do. You just don't want to say it now because it's about to come public. Oh, I didn't recall not voting for him. You know you didn't vote for him. And I'm just tired of like all these older guys that have been in the league for decades and decades and decades. You just let them get away with things that they say things. Oh, they're older. They can get away with it. They do things. Oh, they're older. They can get away with it. Man, strip their votes, man. All them dudes that didn't vote for Bill Belichick, they should never be able to vote again. Very simple. Yeah. Very simple. Give it to some young dudes that's going to take it serious, that's going to really respect the work that players and coaches have put in and earn this.
Yep.
I absolutely agree. I mean, we look at what Bill Belichick has statistically. 6 Super Bowls, first of all coaches in NFL history. 9 conference championships, first of all coaches in NFL history. 31 playoff wins, more than any coach in NFL history. He's 3rd in regular season wins and 2nd in total wins over his career. And that's not including the 2 Super Bowls that he had as a defensive coordinator with the Giants. It's absolutely unbelievable that he is not a first ballot Hall of Famer. Also, Ari Myrov put out this he said, from the ESPN report, it looks as if Bill Polian was a focal figure in the Hall of Fame deliberations involving Bill Belichick, with Spygate and Deflategate coming up amongst voters during discussions. Per a voter who spoke anonymously, of course, Polian, the former Bills and Colts GM and longtime Patriots rival, told some voters he believed Bill Belichick should wait a year as penance for Spygate. What's you guys' response to this?
Take his vote away. That's what they need to do. Take his vote away. That's what they need to do. If they got any type of guts, they'll take his vote away. Because he was a competitor to Bill Belichick when he was with the Colts. So he probably feels a certain type of way. Bill Polian should not be allowed to vote anymore.
Yeah.
Period. Like, you want to make a point? My point is you don't vote anymore.
T, my dad has his PhD in psychology. And what my dad has told me before, T, is that you got to take a test every now and then. Y'all good, T? You got to take a test every now and then to make sure you can continue to practice. Like, they have to make sure that you are still sharp enough to be able to practice. Bill Polian is no longer qualified to speak on the game of football.
He's 83 years old.
He has lost his ability to speak on the game of football. T said it and he glossed over it. Y'all have to remember. He said Lamar Jackson, a Heisman-winning quarterback, Heisman, again, runner-up quarterback.
Multiple MVP
Lamar Jackson. But even before the MVPs, T, he said that Lamar coming out of college should play wide receiver.
Yeah, he did.
Look it up. When we're done with this show, look it up. Heisman winner in college. Could throw the ball. Could run the ball. Said move him to wide out. We thought that was the most egregious thing that Bill Polian might ever do. If this is true or has any truth to it, but where there's smoke, there's fire. Come on, coach. Like, he's no longer qualified to speak. Shout out to him for being a great executive 25 years ago, but I believe he's a little too decrepit now.
Absolutely. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, I completely forgot about the Lamar Jackson thing that you guys brought up. To have takes like this, or to have guys this old that are making these types of decisions, it's bad. And it's also reminiscent of what the Hall of Fame situation is in other sports. The only sports Hall of Fame, which I believe is actually somewhat fair, it's because it's a young Hall of Fame, is the NBA Hall of Fame. But pro baseball, you have players that are all-time greats that kind of get held out for other things. Now, posthumously, we want to add Pete Rose to the Hall of Fame in baseball, when in reality, he was the greatest hitter of all time. Yes, he had his off-the-field troubles, and I completely understand that. But there's so much emotion that goes into these decisions that just should not be a factor whenever we're talking about how great these players are.
And here's what the thing about football and winning is, at the end of the day, the awards are objective. He won those Super Bowls. You feel me, T? Like, he objectively won those. That cannot be debated.
Dude, Bill Belichick was putting out game plans that had other coaches like, man, I got to study this. He taught Tom Brady and let me just say this. I'm not a Bill Belichick fan like that.
Yeah.
But he's earned this because Tom had to go out there and play. I firmly believe he wouldn't be Bill Belichick without Tom Brady, but Tom Brady wouldn't be Tom Brady without Bill Belichick because he taught him so much football, and Tom was smart enough to understand it and get out there and go get it done.
Yep.
And so just the fact that you get a quarterback that was drafted extremely late, you teach him defensive football, he starts to grasp what you're explaining to him. He gets it. He masters it. And y'all going to win multiple Super Bowls, and the guy that taught you this isn't in the Hall of Fame? And one more thing, Bill Polian, he ain't decrepit. Nah, he not. When you can sit up here and say, I don't remember, he know exactly what he doing, bro. He got his wits about him. He older, but he ain't decrepit. He has his wits about him. He just a hater.
Dang. Look, I'll ask y'all this, though, too. To play devil's advocate here.
Play it.
He did get caught multiple times during his coaching career for, maybe bending the rules or taking the rules to the furthest extent, if you will. Sometimes just straight up breaking them, like Spygate, ridiculous. But do you guys think in any way he should be punished for those types of things?
If Belichick only had one chip, and the one chip was the Spygate year, bet. If Belichick only had two chips, and the two chips were Spygate year and Deflategate year, bet.
Hey, can I say something real quick? I'm sorry, I was thinking about this. You know what they need to do?
What's that?
Real talk. This is what they need to do. Real talk. Straight up. F what the voters did. He going in anyway. That's what they need to do. They need to do this. I don't care what y'all voted. Bill Belichick is going in. He's going into the Hall of Fame this year. Executive decision. So whoever, they got to make an executive decision. He got to go in. He don't go in on the first ballot. The Hall of Fame loses everything that anybody thought it was. Prime been already saying this. Y'all putting these dudes in that don't belong with me. If he don't, man, listen, put him in. Y'all voters, y'all to mess this up. I'm going to make an executive. He going in. That's what they need to do.
Losing recipes.
The hard part about that, T, though I love the take, you would now create chaos.
I don't know about that because
T.O. should have gone in first ballot. You can't make that executive decision.
He should have. He should have, but there's people that they didn't like T.O. They're saying because he cheated, ain't nobody, he's going in. That's what I would do. That's what I'm doing. Bill Belichick, you going in first ballot.
Yeah.
It's only right. History, when it's all said and done, how they saying he one of the best coaches and he wasn't the first ballot Hall of Famer. Because when you're no longer here, all you can go off on is history. History needs to show exactly what he's accomplished. He's the greatest coach we've ever seen. Let that be it. Because if not, in 30, 40 years from now, you're going to have the young kids looking and saying, he wasn't that good of a coach. He wasn't even a first, but how could he? That's what happens.
Yeah, no, the sports world reacted to it as well. Patrick Mahomes saying insane. Don't even understand how this could be possible. J.J. Watt chimed in. He said, I can't be reading this right. This has to be some knockoff Hall of Fame or something. It can't be the actual NFL Hall of Fame. There's not a single world whatsoever in which Bill Belichick should not be a first ballot Hall of Famer. LeBron James also chimed in, said, man, there's no way I read that right? Ain't no way Bill Belichick ain't a first ballot Hall of Famer. That's impossible, egregious, and quite frankly, disrespectful. Man, I'm at a loss for words.
Hey, he probably did cheat. So everybody else was cheating. They just wasn't cheating as good.
Yeah.
They all was
Very
cheating.
true.
He just cheated the best.
Very true. Very true.
What's the chat talking about, G? I know y'all polarized in the chat. What y'all got to say?
They said, so I got a super chat from QRich1178 said, that means Tom Brady will not be a first ballot Hall of Famer. That would be wild. And if you get caught cheating, usually that means you won't ever get in.
I bet
they do that in baseball. Love the show.
I bet everything Tom Brady's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Oh, yeah.
No question.
Too important of
I bet
an NFL
everything.
product.
They won't care
Too
about the
important of an
Spygate. They
NFL
won't care about
product.
the Deflategate. Tom Brady will be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
That's facts. That's facts.
This is a Bill Belichick thing. Because they don't like Bill Belichick.
That's going to be very interesting.
What's that?
Because Belichick and Brady, they Siamese twins. They joined at the hip. They joined at the hip. So I can't wait to see what happens.
You know, the only nuance here, and I don't want to add nuance because I'm emotional, but I have to. The only nuance is, y'all remember, this year I believe they changed the rule from coaches having to wait 5 years to coaches only waiting 1. I think Belichick would have been a first ballot Hall of Famer had it been the whole 5-year waiting period. I think a lot of people, truth be told, from what I've read to you, like, well, Belichick, you going to get in next time. These older players, the 78-year-old players who people are going to forget about, they're not going to get in. So let me make them first and make Belichick third, not realizing too many first-place votes for other people and third-place votes for Belichick is how Belichick gets left off.
I would agree with that, but that's not what happened.
I don't think you can do that with Bill. You can do that with, like, just Joe Blow. You can't do that with Bill Belichick. You can't do that with Bill Belichick. When you just say Belichick, everybody in the world know who that is when you say that one Belichick. Yeah. Everybody knows who you're talking about.
That's facts.
Let me push back a little bit, though, because to TJ's point about history, right? And so as egregious of an act that this is, right? When my daughter grows up and looks back at Bill Belichick and pulls up Football Reference and sees Hall of Fame, she's not going to care, I don't think, that he wasn't a first ballot. She's going to see he was a Hall of Fame coach. He was a good coach. How important is it actually to be a first ballot Hall of Famer outside of the fact that he just should have been?
It's everything though.
But it's everything. From the player perspective. Let me give you from the voter perspective. Okay. Because that's where I'm uniquely. From a voter perspective. It's everything because it undermines the award if the award isn't actually credibly, disseminated. Yep. It undermines it. Yes. Like, if the award is incredibly delivered, then it undermines the award. Now, from a player perspective, like T said, and it really hit me when T said it, because you could hear T's heart when he said it, he earned it. Yeah. Like, so when I've earned something, now, like, I've earned that. Yep. Give me that because I earned it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not as though, like, it ain't no freebies. It ain't the Pro Bowl right now where everybody just getting Pro Bowls. I earned this. Yeah. You know how many? You know how hard it is to win one Super Bowl?
Can you explain to the people and us? How do they determine who's an All-Pro voter and Hall of Fame voter? How do they determine?
Good question. So for All-Pro voters, there's 50 of us, right? And the Associated Press decides. Really, the head of the Associated Press, as it pertains to sports, they reach out to the 50. Every now and then, one will drop out and say, "Hey, no, I no longer want to be one of the 50," and they'll replace you. They won't replace you unless something happens or you withdraw. So after one dropped out, I just got reached out to, randomly, "Hey, Emmanuel, see what you do, see how you watch the tape, see all these things. Would you be willing to be a voter?" The problem is so many people, truth be told, just aren't qualified to be voters. You can say what you want about my opinions, but what you can't say is that I don't do the work and I don't watch the tape. You know what I mean? Yeah. You might disagree with my deduction from the tape, but what you can never say about Emmanuel Acho is he don't watch the tape or do the work. But T, look at who votes for these things. A lot of them don't do the work. I am not convinced that everybody who votes, especially even for All-Pro, could break down a cover 1, a cover 2, a cover 3, a cover 4, a cover 6, and a 0. Yeah. Like, truly, if I said, like, draw out cover 1 versus 11 personnel.
To tell me the responsibility of one of the guys in a said defense. Just give me this guy's responsibility in this format.
So if you can't do that, then when you're watching something on tape, how do you know who's good and who's bad? Yeah. So then you just got to go look at stats blindly. But stats don't tell the whole story. Like, if you don't know the responsibility of an individual in cover 4, you don't know who got beat. So now you're looking at an individual and you're saying, yeah, but he had 8 interceptions.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was getting burnt and cost this, that, and the
Do
third.
they do the same way for the Hall of Fame as well?
Hall of Fame, I'm not entirely sure because I know there's only like maybe 10 or so voters for the Hall.
Yeah, well, I'll say this. Well, twofold, right? Damn. One, guy like me, like I watch a lot of football. I'm a huge fan of the sport. I should never be an All-Pro voter. Like you said, TJ, I don't know. I didn't know that safety's first responsibility in cover 4 is outside run support. Like that's something I learned through this. Through like years and years and years of that, like I think those should be the people voting for all of these awards. But to answer Trey's question a little bit earlier, the way I view it is there's echelons of greatness, right? So you have the athletes that make it to the NFL, right? You have the cup of coffee guys. You have the guys that make active rosters. You have the guys that start for a whole season. Then you have, and that next level, the guys that are impact players. Then you have, this guy's a Pro Bowl, All-Pro, maybe All-Pro level player. Then you have, hey, this dude's a Super Bowl champion, all of these other things, All-Pro player, star of his team, jersey retire type level, right? Then you have, this guy's a Hall of Famer. And in that echelon of, hey, this guy's getting his jersey retired, this guy's getting his, this guy's a perennial All-Pro, a superstar of his team, the echelon above that is a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
It's rare air. You are by far and away one of the greatest players to ever step foot on a football field. You're one of the greatest coaches to ever put on a headset. And it's like, to have that, he is one of, and this is the craziest thing, Bill Belichick is the most qualified in sports history to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, to be in the most elite echelon air that anyone has ever had before. And the craziest thing is, I don't care what you have to say. Mm-hmm. The man dominated 2 decades of the National Football League. And I hate Bill Belichick was nothing without Brady. Hey. What was Phil Jackson winning without Jordan or Kobe?
What? He had Brady long enough.
It doesn't
to
matter.
establish himself as the greatest.
Exactly. It does not matter. It doesn't matter. It does not matter whatsoever. He is by far and away, when we look at accolades, the greatest coach of all time. He is in the rarest air that a coach in professional sports could be in. And for him not to be in a collective group with the rest of those guys is crazy.
And you know what runs me hot? Let's be honest. Sean McVay will be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yes, he will.
Yeah.
He will.
Yeah.
Sean McVay's going to be
Andy Reid.
He's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah, first ballot Hall of Famer.
And now they were and Belichick wasn't. And that's a problem.
Yeah.
Like that, like Sean McVay will be beyond the shadow of a doubt just because of people's wild obsession with the boy genius. And maybe he's deserving. He'll be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
He wins another ring or two. Right.
Belichick wasn't.
Sean Payton.
Yeah, Belichick wasn't.
What's going to happen with Sean Payton?
If Belichick wasn't, you can't make. I don't want to see nobody else the first ballot outside. I want to see Andy Reid as one. Everybody else can go sit down somewhere.
Yeah, man, they need to just go ahead and overhaul this thing, man.
Yeah.
Take all your voting away. Sorry, you guys messed up. Nope. Can't do that anymore. Like you treat your kids. Sorry, you messed up. I can't trust you anymore.
Yeah. No,
Whatever. Any more super chats before we move?
We do have a couple super chats to get to. We got one from J Ham 2020, a little bit off topic, but said, God is good. They slandered my quarterback. They fired my coach. They elevated the problems. As a Bills fan, is there anything to be positive about for the future? All love for the Speakeasy.
Hey, we told y'all produced the show.
Absolutely.
So if y'all say something that has to be talked about, we bump the script, we cut the script, and we talk about what y'all want to talk about.
Yep. Now, the Buffalo Bills, it was announced today they are promoting their own offensive coordinator, Joe Brady, to head coach. You want to talk about boy geniuses? This man was the mastermind behind the 2019 LSU offense that had the greatest college offense of all time, and he's been the offensive coordinator for the past couple of years for the Buffalo Bills. Fellas, do you guys think Joe Brady has what it takes to get Josh Allen to the Super Bowl?
Yes, because of the domino effect. By acquiring Joe Brady, you now acquire a new defensive mind, too. Sean McDermott stays the head coach. It's still Sean McDermott's defense. For those of y'all that remember, the historians, if you will, Sean McDermott had Leslie Frazier for several years. Brilliant defensive mind. Got rid of Leslie Frazier so he could call the defense. Well, now that you get Joe Brady as a head coach, Sean McDermott's out the window. Now you get a more aggressive defensive mind. I think they need a more aggressive defense. Not only that, the difference between the Bills' getting to a Super Bowl and not is close. It's close. It's close. It's the difference between Joe Brady simply being the play caller and OC, and Joe Brady being the head coach. I do believe that Joe Brady is the difference between the Bills getting to a Super Bowl and not getting to a Super Bowl because the line is razor thin. The difference is Sean Payton teaching Bo Nix, hey, if you see zero pressure, just throw a moon ball because that moon ball is going to do one of two things, draw a PI from the defensive back or be a completion. That's the difference. And between the Patriots, the Bills advancing and the Bills not advancing. The Bills not advancing last year, The difference is you're tied 29-29 versus the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs, they run a play that you don't necessarily run and can't defend, pick up the first down, makes it 32-29. Now you got to go get a stop. Very next possession, Kansas City Chiefs and their brilliance offensive, they pick up another first down, and now the game is over. That's the difference in the Bills advancing and not advancing. It's razor thin, and I do believe that Joe Brady can make that difference, T.
Wow. Oh, real quick, I'm so sorry. I'm tripping.
Talk to me.
It's my son's birthday today.
Hey,
happy
come
birthday,
on,
now.
It really is. They out to eat without me. I told them we going another day. Yeah, they I'm like, what you mean? I'm paying for this dinner y'all going to. But I love you, dog. Happy birthday, my boy.
Hey, let's cut that. What's the name,
Come on
bro?
now.
What's the name, bro?
Crew.
Personalize it.
Crew. Yeah, my son
Crew.
Crew. Krew.
Happy
Man,
birthday,
y'all
man.
go
Happy
follow my
birthday,
son
Crew.
too, because I'm number one. He nice looking and he good in sports. So don't be a fan later. Y'all better go follow him now. I like Joe Brady. Met Joe Brady when he was at LSU. Talked to him quite a few times actually. I don't know if he's that difference maker. I don't be. Now, were you handcuffed? Was McDermott saying, we got to do this in this situation? Was he on the headset saying, do this? Because I know when Leslie Frazier was the defensive coordinator, Leslie Frazier damn sure didn't want to give up that field goal in 13 seconds. He didn't want to play that coverage. I know that as a fact, and that was part of the reason Frazier left. But can Joe Brady change somewhat of the culture that McDermott has set? Because that's what's going to have to happen. Are you going to still run the ball as much as you run? Because you know when you have a defensive coach, I believe the heavy reliance on the run game came from having a defensive coach. Now, do you veer away from that and start to throw the ball a little more? Do you say we got to get a dominant number one receiver now? Like, what does Joe Brady want? How does he want to play football, offensive football moving forward? Are you going to still be so reliant on James Cook and Josh Allen, or are you going to kind of be 50-50? That's what I want to know, and I have to see. Now, I can't say that Joe Brady is going to be the difference because we don't know. We don't know. When he was in Carolina, he got fired because he wasn't doing a great enough job. But then you get a great player like Josh Allen, covers up a lot of the things that you didn't do right in Carolina. And so I wish him the best. I liked him, the conversations I had with him when he was younger at LSU. Real cool dude. You got one of the best quarterbacks in the league. This was your year. It's only going to get harder moving forward because you got a Drake May that's going to be full of confidence now moving forward. The Houston Texans, they should and better be a better team next year.
Yep.
The Bengals and Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson. You got Mike McCarthy now in Pittsburgh. There's just so many. Bo Nick's going to come back reinvigorated because of the way his season ended. Mahomes is coming back with a vengeance. So it's just the Chargers.
Yeah.
The Herbert, McDaniel. It's a lot. I don't know. When you start to rank the coaches, you're going to go to about 10 in the AFC before you get the Joe Brady.
Is the biggest upgrade here that now Joe Brady has a bigger voice in the draft process? And Sean McDermott, as a defensive coach, probably doesn't have the same eye for talent that Joe Brady, an exquisite collegiate coach, probably doesn't have the same eye for talent that Joe Brady has. Like, there's no way Joe Brady ever even would have allowed, I would assume, Keon Coleman to be drafted. I don't care what the general manager says. And I also think now, general manager, I believe Brandon Beane, right?
Brandon Beane does a hell of a job. I like the way he drafts guys. Everybody's gonna miss, but I like Brandon Beane.
You do?
I do. Me personally.
T.
I do.
Wow.
2 Pro Bowls in the last 56 drafted players. 2 of them. James Cook, Dawson Knox. 2 of them. That's it. Pro Bowls. I didn't say all pros. Pro Bowls.
Kincaid is gonna be a Pro Bowler.
I mean,
Dalton Kincaid is gonna be a Pro Bowler.
waiting.
And 3.
he-
It's I don't know.
I said Pro Bowls.
I don't know.
But when you play, many thought, and we can get on Keon Coleman. Many thought Keon Coleman was a great draft pick.
Yep.
Getting him in the second round because many thought he was going to be a first-round pick. They really did. He played really well at Florida State.
Yeah.
He just got to get with people in offseason that's going to really teach him because hell of an athlete, extremely explosive, can jump out the gym, can go catch any.
Yeah, but we give that grace to young players.
He's still young.
Yeah.
He's still young. I just feel like I like Brandon Beane, and again, I gotta say this, I'm biased.
Yeah.
Because I know him. One of my college teammates is very high in the personnel department. And it's kind of crazy because certain guys that I've told them will be really good that they didn't like ended up being really good. If you're watching, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like quite a few guys.
Yeah.
What you think about this guy? I really like this guy. What you think about this guy? I don't like this guy. And he knows, like, I've been right like 90% of the time about this.
Yeah.
And so I wish him the best. I root for Buffalo because of Josh and my boy and Brandon Beane.
Here's what else I think. I think teams are a reflection of their coach. And when I think about it, Joe Brady won't allow the Bills to go into seasons with the offensive rosters they have.
No.
McDermott will, because McDermott's defensive rosters have always been nice. But Joe Brady is not going to go into a season with Shakur, with Keon Coleman, with Kincaid, with Knox, with Gay, not even with number 14 Shavers. Joe Brady's just going to be like, this. No, I'm just not doing this. So here's what we finna do.
I did think it was odd. Dawson Knox is a good tight end.
Yeah, really good tight end.
And then you draft Kincaid in the first round. It was like, wait. Uh-huh. Don't we gotta have Dawson Knox on the team?
And it was still like in his prime.
I thought that was odd. I did. I'm like, why are we gonna start just going 2 tight ends? We had 12 personnel.
Yeah.
Dude, that's what I thought. I was like, okay, maybe they're going to make him a slot receiver. And then you pay Shakir to be the slot receiver. So it was just, some of the things were kind of puzzling to me.
Yeah.
But Joe Brady got to figure it out. He got a 5-year deal, so you got a long time.
A lot of Bills fans have been upset with the move. There's this tweet from Greg Rosenthal. He said, if I'm Joe Brady, I'm absolutely trying to hire Sean McDermott as my DC. It's a good scheme fit with the players that they have. I mean, it is kind of crazy. But also, I will say this to Bills fans. You didn't need that drastic of a change. You weren't a bad football team.
Correct.
You having someone else call the defense, which has been the weakness of your team. I think that's paramount for you.
Yes, I think that's perfectly said.
Yeah.
You didn't need that drastic of a change. So why would you make a wholesale substitution? Like, if I'm the Bills, I do not want to go from the organization I have to let me go up and go get Jesse Minter.
Yeah.
You don't know what Jesse Minter's going to do.
Yep.
He's not in the building, so now he got to go learn another 53 players plus 10, 15 practice squad guys. Joe Brady knows that entire roster.
Yeah.
So Joe Brady's not going to come in here and make a bunch of asinine decisions.
Also, your weakest position on offense is wide receiver. Why not promote the offensive coordinator that you have, which was who was directly responsible for the development position? He was the position coach and play caller for Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson and Terrence Marshall, who we also forget was a top 3 round draft pick.
Yeah.
Joe Brady knows anything. He knows wide receiver. It's a position that he played. It's a position that he's coached most in football. I think it's actually a great hire for them.
Yeah, I think what is success, TJ, for Joe Brady this year?
To me, success has to be better than what we did this season. So you have to play and take the Buffalo Bills further than they did this year. You have
to the championship game.
They got to be playing this past weekend. You have to be playing this past weekend.
AFC Championship.
What's success for you, year one? Rookie head coach?
See, this is the thing.
Sheesh.
The AFC has, like you said earlier, like 10 teams
gauntlet
that view themselves as ready to win championships
now.
Like
now.
It's different. It's different. Like the NFC, there's some moves that are happening and whatnot, but they're not championships now.
Yeah.
The Chargers, I need it now.
Yeah.
The Bengals, whenever we get it now. Like I need it now.
Is it really a rookie head coach? Because he's been in the building. He's just now the ultimate decision maker.
I remember talking to Jimmy Johnson, Cowboys legend Jimmy Johnson, Hurricanes legend Jimmy Johnson, and he was on set one day, and we said, "Hey, coach, what's the difference between being a head coach and an OC?" Jimmy looked at me and shady. He said, "Now look, y'all." He was like, "When you're the OC, you walk down the hallway, you ain't got to speak to nobody. You can just walk with your head down. Walk right by TJ, walk right by Acho." He said, "But when you're the head coach, everybody's looking at you for decision and for leadership. Janitor looking at you. Staff, cafeteria looking at you. Defensive player, practice squad player. Everybody's up and at attention looking at you. You have to be able to answer to everyone. When you're an OC," and I'm like, dang, he's right. When I was in Philly, the OC might have been the head coach for Ohio State. It might have been Ryan Day, where he was a QB coach. OC might have been
San Francisco?
No, when I was in Philly. Ryan Day was either the QB coach or the OC. It might have been Pat Shurmur. Pat Shurmur might have been the OC. But ain't nobody paying attention to the OC.
Yeah.
But Chip, everybody's paying attention to.
I guess I'm different.
Talk to me.
I'm speaking to everybody. What's up, dog? How you doing? Like, everybody that I walk by, even on the street, I make eye contact with them. If you look at me, hey, how you doing, man? Have a good day.
Yeah.
Everybody. So that's easy. Like, Joe Brady's a younger dude. He's speaking to everybody. What's up, dog? How the family doing? Like, for the life of me, I don't understand coaches that don't do that. Because when you start asking players, hey, how you doing, man? How the wife, the kids doing? We're going to go back to our locker like, damn, he really fucks with me.
Yeah, facts.
He asking me how to. So, all coaches should be doing that.
Yeah.
Like, all coaches. Because now you feel like, you get back to that locker like, damn, buddy really asked me how the fam doing. Okay, he cool. So now you don't want to disappoint him. You don't want to let him down. That's free game to the coaches. I'm telling you, that's all you got to do.
Yeah, no, I mean, I just did it in my head. There's 10 teams in the AFC, like you said, that are expecting to play for championships now. It's the Bills, the Patriots, it's the Jags, it's the Texans, it's the Colts.
The Jags.
It's crazy. It's the Chiefs, it's the Broncos, it's the Chargers, and it's the Bengals and the Ravens, all expecting to compete for championships within like next season. So it's crazy on that side. I wouldn't say AFC Championship is the expectation, but you don't fire your coach not to make it there. So I get what you're saying. Speaking of teams that have championship expectations, the Philadelphia Eagles do, and one of their offensive coordinator, hopefuls is now going to Tennessee.
Not again.
Brian Daboll has been announced as the offensive coordinator in Tennessee. I think it's a phenomenal, hire for them over there. Fellas, the Eagles now still in an offensive coordinator search. How much trouble do you guys think they're in?
T, I want to hear from you because I've talked a little bit about this. Shady's talked ad nauseum about this, but you are outside, so you're not so far in the forest that you can't see the trees. How much trouble?
So we talking Eagles.
Yeah. If you want to speak to Brian Daboll quickly, please go ahead.
I like the Daboll hire. I'm a fan of Robert Saleh. I really am. Hell of a defense in Tennessee, automatically going to be better. If Cam Ward is a true number one pick, Tennessee going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Because I believe Daboll is that good of a coach. The Eagles, nobody want that job. Nobody want that job. It's a thankless job right now. It's a thankless job. If you don't do well, you getting blamed for everything. You getting blamed for everything. You don't do. Jalen Hurts won a Super Bowl without you. The offense has been doing this without you. Saquon is all pro. The offensive line is good. You got 2 top receivers. You got a great defense. And if you do win, it's like, okay, I can possibly get a head coaching job, but I got to win big. I got to win big. And so the coaches, you got to have a coach that can have a bad week or two and stand up there and say, yeah, you know what, I'm not doing good of a job. I got to be better for the guys on this team. And it falls on me. It just falls on my shoulders. Not. How many coaches want that? How many coaches want that pressure of going into Philly? Because that's what it's going to be. You start 5-2, 5-3. They mad. And they don't want that pressure. They don't want that pressure. Brian Daboll goes to Tennessee. If they win 7-8 games, that's a success.
Huge success.
You win 7 or you win 9 in Philly.
Oh, failure.
You're getting fired.
Facts.
And so I believe it is a thankless job in Philadelphia because of the expectations. You're getting blamed for everything and you not getting the credit because they've won without you. Everybody on that team, everybody on the offense, for the most part, has been to the Pro Bowl. When all the offensive linemen, the receivers, Goddard, has he been? He may be the only one, and I'm assuming he's been. Saquon, all of them. And so if it does not work, you are the blame. And so I believe that's why a lot of the top coaches are staying away because it's so much expected when you go coach in Philadelphia with that team and that type of talent that everybody perceives that they have. And if the reports about Jalen Hurts had, everybody is technically now blaming Jalen Hurts, so he kind of does what he wants to do. Maybe they don't want to deal with that. Jalen Hurts ain't going nowhere. You're not getting rid of the quarterback. His cap hit, he's not going anywhere. The Eagles is a thankless job, and I don't believe anybody that has options is going to take that option.
I was talking to the linebacker coach for the Houston Texans, Billy Davis. Billy Davis, former Eagles defensive coordinator, former linebacker coach, Cleveland Browns with me. I was talking to him on the football field. He was coaching Ohio State at the time. He was a linebacker coach at Ohio State with Urban Meyer. I said, Coach, how you living, bruh? He said, Ach. He said, I might have one more year here, bro. I said, Coach, y'all just went, 12-2. He said, bro, if you lose one game here, it's like the sky is falling.
Absolutely.
He was like, in the NFL, you lose 2 games, it's a celebration. He's like, if you lose one game at Ohio State, everybody's pissed off, moping around, running around. And he left Ohio State and is now the linebacker coach back in the NFL. I say that to say to y'all, what TJ's saying is exactly right. I think the Philadelphia Eagles as a professional organization have the expectations of an elite collegiate program where you're expected to win a national championship every year. Mm-hmm. And if you do not win that championship every year, it is a failure. And if you lose 3 or more games every year, it is a failure. And as a result, why would you want to go to a situation where it's not fun? At the end of the day, like, coaches don't want to go somewhere and suffer. And Philadelphia right now, that Philadelphia Eagles organization, it just doesn't look like fun for coaches. How much fun was Nick Sirianni having? How much fun was Kevin Patullo having?
He had fun 2 years ago, though.
All the
like,
fun.
if you're a coach, though, because I don't know how y'all think. Shit, I think the world of myself. Mm-hmm. I really do. I think the world of myself. So if you're a coach, do you not walk into that situation and say, I got this shit, we good.
Yeah.
I'm going to be here for 9 months, 12 months, because we win the Super Bowl. I'm going to be a head coach next season. That should be their mentality, right?
I think it's kind of like the first person that got with Kim K, say less. Oh, I'm going to make this work. The second, I'm going to make this work. The third, oh, man, Reggie and Kanye know what they, Chris Humphries, he know what he's doing. I'm going to make this work.
She ruined so many careers, man.
The fourth one, man, Reggie,
Chris Humphries, they ain't treating her right. I got it.
I'm going to make this work. By about the 6th one, you now realize
ain't nothing making it work.
Ain't nothing finna make this work.
But if you look at the Eagles, some have made it work.
Yeah.
Kellen Moore made it work. Shane Steichen made it work.
I just think last year was so egregious that you got to be intimidated. If your house gets sagged, you feel me? Like, it's like a neighborhood. You finna move into a neighborhood where the previous home got jacked. Like, if the previous home got windows broken into, they got robbed when you left town, you finna move into that same neighborhood, that same house?
Nobody wants to go through that because you not there. That's your family. And that really,
like they house got
that's another thing.
Like, for your wife,
I don't feel safe having my family go out there if things aren't
nothing that
going
makes you more angrier when you not there and you can't defend
correct
the family that you the protector. Like, this is my job now. Like, we in the wild. I'm the head of this one. I run the pack. I'm the lion now.
Yeah.
I'm Mufasa.
Yeah.
So, and you're not there.
Yeah.
But sometimes, man, you just got to take a chance and say, hey, I'm going to be here for a year and I'm going to make it work.
But how do you go ahead,
Yeah,
Kipper.
I was going to say, can we be honest, though? I think you have to give credence to Jalen Hurts playing a factor in this. I think he actually does play a bigger factor in this. I think if what JD said was true and Kevin Patullo and a lot of other guys in that coaching staff were saying, you know what, I feel like there's limitations in this room, or I feel like there's limitations working with him. I think coaches taught, and I think at the end of the day, maybe that's the narrative that's being pushed around is guys don't want to go out there and work with their whole job and make my family's unsafe on the line.
He threw for 300 plus.
Yeah.
In the Super Bowl.
He did.
So
he absolutely did.
So when you say that, and it's like, wait, he MVP.
Yeah.
He threw for over 300 yards.
Yeah.
In both Super Bowls he played in. Mm-hmm. So now what?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's twofold though too. If the run game ain't working the way that it's supposed to, how busy can Jalen Hurts get? We saw this year not very busy. Like, at the end of the day, I think you have to have the situation be built for him as well. And like you said, though, I do agree with you, TJ. I think a lot of these coaches need to believe more in themselves. Because this is the best OC. It should be the best OC job in the entire NFL, and it shouldn't even be a question. You get to call plays for the most talented offense in the league. But to me, there's something holding them back.
It's showing
and we need to find out what that is.
This is showing us that the coaches don't believe what you just said. That's what this is showing us. We say it's the best situation.
The
coaches don't believe that this is the best situation because nobody's running to Philadelphia to be their OC.
Forget that, T. People are running away from Philadelphia. We've had individuals go to the Titans.
Yeah.
The Titans are an atrocious football team. Not one player on the Tennessee Titans would start for the Philadelphia Eagles offense. Not
a single one.
One.
No.
I don't say that as hyperbole. There is not one offensive player on the Tennessee Titans that would start for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Not one.
Especially not healthy. Not a lineman, not a running back, not a quarterback, not a tight end, and not a wide receiver. Not the number 1, 2, or 3 wide receiver.
On defense, it's maybe 2 players.
Correct.
Yeah, it's like Jeffrey Simmons, maybe a healthy L'Jarius Sneed.
Correct. Maybe. L'Jarius Sneed because outside. Because Cooper Kupp play the slot.
Yeah.
That's it. So you're not only not running to be the OC, you're running away from it. I don't know, though, T, if it's as much a Jalen Hurts or if it's the house getting egged. Because how do you explain that to your significant other? How do you explain that to your kids?
I think
that's a big deal.
It has to be Jalen Hurts because it seems like every coach will take a job if you feel like you got a quarterback that can go. Mm-hmm. And they'll deal with the house getting egged. That's true. Because baby, we ain't going to be here long. If you want, you can just come in on the weekends. Mm-hmm. We got this quarterback, we're going to be a head coach. If you really felt like you had that quarterback.
So Cam Ward is more talented than Jalen Hurts? Is that what you're trying to infer?
It's not that Cam Ward is more talented than Jalen Hurts. This is what I'm saying is what I said earlier. 7-8 wins in Tennessee. What have you done here? Mm-hmm. You win 10 games in Philly. What are you doing here?
It's a bar.
That's a bar. I'm not gonna lie. That was tough.
That's a bar.
Right?
That's a bar. Hold on. 7-8 wins. Yo, what you done here? 10 wins. Yo, what you doing here? Yo.
And
I feel that, T.
That's the problem.
I feel that, T.
Yeah.
That's well said. That's well said. What's up with these super chats, bruh?
We do have a few super chats to get to. We actually got a $10. Can you help me out? Indian rupee. There we go.
Yeah.
Thank you. 200 of them. Equates to $10.
200 Indian rupees.
Yeah. Are they watching from India?
They are watching from India. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got to give a shout out to that. Yeah, for sure. We got to
on
give a shout out to that for sure.
That's love.
And he said, it is such a sad day. I'm from India and I know who Bill Belichick is.
Hold on. We don't discriminate in the speakeasy. Hold on. When we get an Australian super chat.
I don't like this.
No.
I don't like this. No. I don't think so. I think this is different.
Hold on.
No.
There's accountability in speakeasy.
No.
Hold on. Everybody be quiet.
I'm lost.
When we get an Australian super chat, Trey reads it in an Aussie voice.
In an Australian accent.
Australian accent.
So now we got to get an Indian accent.
When we get a London a British super chat, he reads it in a British voice.
All right, let's go.
So you can't get an Indian super chat.
Let's go.
And now try to read
it feels
in
wrong.
a voice from Indiana.
It's weird because we can do it about Australia, we can do it in London, but like India, I can't.
We do not discriminate in the speakeasy.
How do we?
It is full accountability in the speakeasy.
Let's go.
So with that being said,
You want me to get it? Oh man, I don't know.
I'm not doing it. I cannot.
so then we can't do the Aussie one then.
Should we do it or no?
We can't do the Aussie one then.
But Acho, let me give you, because we also are a show that appreciates context and nuance, right?
Yeah, he has to. What's the chat?
But
say?
wait, hold on. Black Twitter and Indian Twitter,
They went at it, bro.
they've had some battles. They've duked
No,
it out.
no. They had the battle, brother.
They have had, brother, it was a war.
It was crazy, yeah.
There was a video that went viral of a bunch of Indians, and somebody from Black Twitter said, I know.
We don't have to go there. We don't have to go there.
I don't know.
I can show you guys at the show.
I'm lost.
We can't go there.
What?
Because now we're adding context that is somewhat harmful. I'm not going to let us go there.
No, but they got their lick back.
No, they did get
They got their lick back.
Do we just say what it is? You know what? We on YouTube. Screw it. A video goes viral of a party. Someone, an African-American gentleman said, I know it smelled crazy in there. After he said, I know it smelled crazy in there, Indian Twitter found it and went crazy.
I'm talking about they pulled out racial epithets that I didn't even know existed.
They
I had
said,
to Google, bro.
I've never seen spear chucking and chicken bone sucking put together. Dog, in my life. In my life, bro. It was like, I'm not gonna lie, they cooked us. Like, I think Black Twitter's been undefeated other than that, bro.
I'm talking about curry chicken cooked all types of circles around us on Twitter.
You don't want no problems with us, basically.
I don't want to reignite.
This is like,
I refuse to be the poster boy for reigniting the Black and Indian.
Then here's
we are in unison now.
Then we can no longer do Australian.
Oh no, we can definitely do Australian.
We can't. Like, how are we discriminating?
How How about this?
Okay, cool.
It's not discrimination. We're laughing at the oppressor, not the
Yes.
oppressed.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
So you're telling me that you don't know what happened in Australia?
I'm aware of what happened in Australia. I'm not talking about the Aboriginal people. I'm talking about the people that oppress the Aboriginal people. Come on now.
We know our history
now.
in here. Okay.
Come on now.
Fine. So read this
get
Indian
to it.
super chat like you're from Indiana.
Okay, go ahead.
There we go.
Okay, I'll do that. He said, it's such a good day. I'm from India, and I know who Bill Belichick is. He is a student of the game and respects NFL history so much for this to happen to him. It's so unfair and disrespectful. I just am processing having read that in an
didn't even
Indian
sound right.
accent.
It didn't sound right how you said it.
I can't, bro. I cannot. Things
it's
don't
such a
age
bad-
well already. That would age like a. Never mind.
The chat's booing you.
They
Throw
are.
tomatoes in the chat. Tomatoes,
Listen,
chat.
it's not y'all.
Chat, bro.
I'm so disappointed.
Can't do it, man.
I'm so disappointed.
Well, then, to that I say, would you please read the
I'm
super
not the head of social.
Go ahead, man.
Oh, okay.
You're the head
Karen's
of
read
social.
super chats before.
You're literally-
Karen, would you
you're
like
the
to
head
take
of
a stab
social.
at it? And he's the impression guy already. I'm gonna throw you the oop.
I want to say, man, I
D-Wade
love
DeBron.
me chicken tikka masala
I
with
do.
with garlic naan.
I love butter
Beautiful.
chicken.
It's butter chicken's the American version of it, but it's okay. It's okay. And that's so like
I love naan. I love naan.
That's like me saying, oh, like I love fufu and goosey soup, and you're like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, fried chicken. Like that's essentially what you just
Yeah.
did. But
Listen,
yeah, no,
the
I mean,
only way I would
it is
do
what
it is if Anthony Roy 19, who was the super chatter, gives me
once
the card.
once
Yeah.
you two.
If he says go for it, I'll have
Well,
at it.
Adam and then Adam and
Okay, I'll see what he says.
Hopefully he's still listening.
Care
huh?
Bear, can we read the other super
man.
chats while Trey read another super chat?
Yeah. Well, we said we got one from Jake Schneider. He sent the $10 super chat. He said, if one has to go, who are you choosing? Jamar Chase, Puka, JSN, or Jefferson? I think it's an interesting conversation.
debate.
Wow, that's impossible.
What you mean? Pull up that tweet. There's a tweet.
One has to go?
Yeah,
One has to go.
You ain't
So if
getting
one
rid of
has to
none
go,
of them.
Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Puka, or JSN. Which one got to go? Receiver, 12-year NFL vet.
From a talent standpoint, Jamar and Jets go nowhere. And then the year that Puka and JSN just had, how can you get rid of them?
I need an answer.
I
T.
can't give you
One
an
has
answer
to go.
with that.
One has to go.
One got to go. Life
hell?
on the line.
Well, first
It's
off,
your son's birthday.
you don't get to demand anything.
Oh, okay. Well, let me just.
Okay.
Well.
you don't. Your demands are done
Okay.
for today, sir.
So there was this
So would this be a
tweet.
bad time to demand a new desk? Look at this old rickety. What desk y'all know? Y'all never worked
Wow,
in an
this is
office where you
crazy.
could lift up
You know
your
what?
desk?
Oh my God.
I got one. I'll
Sean, pull the tweet up, bro. Pull the tweet up.
Yeah, no. So we got this one. It's Puka Nacua, Justin Jefferson, Jackson Smith-Njigba, or Jamar Chase. One has to go. What do
I'm
you
gonna
guys
just
think?
go off seniority then.
Stop. Don't
I'm
BS.
going off
T.
seniority. I am.
I need an answer.
Don't
They've
be
done it.
PC.
No. Guys have done it. Year after year after year after year after year. That's Jets. Jamar year after year after year after year. Puka, that's year after year after year. JSN, year.
Hold
So
on.
he got to go.
We will revisit this.
Acho's Nigerian brother.
I believe Anthony Roy has given you the go-ahead.
Come on, bruh.
So back to the.
Wait, hold on. Did he?
Yeah,
Actually?
he did. He said social
He
trade.
said go for it.
So with that being
You want to
said,
take it or should I?
He gave the permission to.
Yeah, but that's my light skinned brother right there.
That is your light skinned brother. Okay. Let's get back to the. So for context, this super chat was 200 Indian
Rupiah.
rupees.
Yeah.
Clearing his throat. Got to clear his voice.
Here we go.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so glad this is you.
It is such a sad day today. I'm from India, and I know who Bill Belichick is. He is a student of the game and respects NFL history so much for this to happen to him. It's so unfair and disrespectful.
Hey, who sent the super
Lamb
chat?
vindaloo, chicken tikka masala. Delicious.
Hey, who sent that super chat? I need to know how you think he did. That's what I need to know.
Yeah, we need a 1 through 10 on
I
that,
need to
Anthony.
know.
I tried.
I need to know.
That was
You did well.
good.
You did.
You did well.
Do not
was
redeem
incredible.
it. That's the.
You did well. I like. Now I need to know what he thought.
That was bravo. I give you thank you.
Bro, stop calling me, bro.
What happened? What they
Calling me Curry Bear in the TikTok
Oh my, bruh.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we're cooked.
Okay, hold on. Let's get back to this
let's get
debate
back to
because
the
I
topic
actually
at
think
hand,
this is
yeah.
a conversation. One receiver has to go. You have to cut one. Puka,
Wow.
JSN, Jamar, JJ. Jamar staying. I know that for certain. Puka staying. I know that for certain. You're not going to like me.
There's no way you could do that.
You're not going to like me.
He just 1 year. He
You're
didn't
not
his
gonna
court.
like me.
I know you can't do that.
JSN is staying.
You cutting Jettas?
Jetta's got to go.
No way.
Here's why. Let me elaborate. Here's why.
What?
Here's why. Jamar can make it as easy on his quarterback as possible because Jamar can do the most after the catch. So though Jettas can do the most before the catch, Jamar can do the most after the catch. So if I throw Jamar a now screen, he can get busy. Jettas can't get busy with the now screen like Jamar can get busy with a now screen. So if I have a sorrier quarterback, give me Jamar Chase. Puka, I'm both factoring what Puka can do before the catch, after the catch, and in the run game. And I've seen runs be sprung because Puka was willing to block downfield. So those two are staying for certain. Done. They're staying. Period. JSN, Jettas, you can pick. I mean, what JSN has done in his first 2 years is equivalent to what Jettas is doing in his first 2 years, all things considered. Oh, come on, T, all things considered? Bro, he was splitting his first year with DK Metcalf. DK was the number one last year. And I think Tyler Lockett might have still been on the team. That's why I said all things considered. Like, yeah, Jettas got busier, but Jettas was the only threat out there.
What he accomplished coming into the league year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4.
Best receiver.
You cannot take that away from him.
Look up their first 2 years, will you?
Yeah.
You can't take that away from him. He came into the league and it was like, whoa.
He set the rookie receiver record.
Jettas came into the league with DK Metcalf on the team.
JSN.
No,
JSN came into the league with DK Metcalf on the
Yes.
team, and I believe had 96 catches on like 121 targets. That catch rate is utterly ridiculous, and he wasn't even the number one wide receiver.
JSN can go.
Correct.
To me, it's just they've just done it longer.
So look,
That's all it
JSN,
is.
his first year had 628 yards and 63 receptions.
Only started three games, though. He wasn't a starter.
The next year he had 100 and 1,100, and then this year he had 119, 1793. Jay Jettas came into the league, brother.
1,400.
88 receptions,
Ain't
1,400.
no way. Ain't
Second
no
year, hold on,
way.
I need y'all to listen to this. Second year, 108, 1,616. Third year, 128, 1809.
But here's my problem.
They had the same third
But
year.
here's my dilemma. First year, 125 targets. Second year, 167 targets. Third year, 184 targets. Y'all remember those numbers? Let's go back.
Yeah.
First year for Jettas, 125 targets. Second year, 167 targets. Third year, 184 targets. First year for JSN, 93 targets. Second year, 137 targets. Third year, 163 targets. Like, when people just
He had
look at
100
numbers.
targets his second year.
Who?
JSN.
Yeah.
He had 100.
37
he had 93
37 targets.
Yeah.
Now go back to Jettas.
Jettas
And he
had
100
167.
He had 100 catches.
Jettas had 167. He had
167.
125 his first year.
But he had 1,600 yards.
Yeah. Yeah, average yards per reception, though, too, over the course of his career, 14.6. This is my thing. Jay Jettas is a do-it-all guy. So is Jamar Chase. Jamar
He's
Chase
not.
can take that.
That's my problem.
No.
Puka's a do-it-all guy. Jetta's not a do-it-all guy.
Puka has some run after the catchability, but Puka's not.
Let's just say this. Let's say
That's
this.
my only problem.
Is
Jetta's
Puka-
actually
is
isn't
Puka
a
a home
do-it-all
run hitter
guy.
like-
This is how we
like
do
Jay
it.
Jettas is.
This is how we do it as receivers. You put every one of them in the same system. Who you taking?
Imagine Jay Jettas with McVay, bro.
You put them all in this. Okay. Then who's the next receiver?
Then Jettas, I understand what you're saying.
And then who's your next receiver?
Probably JSN.
So then Puka out. Because if you put them all in the same system, that's how you know.
But I'm talking about more than just running routes. I'm talking about more than just one-on-ones.
Yeah, you're
I feel
talking
like you're talking about
complete football.
one-on-ones.
You're talking-
I'm talking a complete football player.
Now, this is the thing, though. Because Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, their offense isn't a lot of condensed splits. Their offense isn't you inserting in the B gap sometimes leading up.
Yeah.
Their offense isn't built that way. They
also can't do that. Like,
They can do it.
Jettas is not about to go crack block a linebacker.
He can do it. He can do
but
it.
Puka does it and does it devastatingly.
I think there's this. Justin Jefferson isn't small.
Bro,
He's not a small dude.
Puka's large.
No. Puka's my height. 6'2". He's probably 210.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson is 6'2", 200.
But how they play.
But I'm just
How
saying
they
from a perspective of if Justin Jefferson had to do it, he would do it. Because he not a little dude. He looked like
he like 6'2", bro. He's
not
totally
small. Like when you stand next to Justin Jefferson, you be like, shit, Let me ask
you this. Which player's more conducive to winning? Because I think that changes everything. Now I think Puka's probably one.
But
because Puka does everything.
I think Jamar Chase is by far the
Puka has been fortunate enough to have Sean McVay and Matthew Stafford. That helps. When Justin Jefferson had a good quarterback,
that's a good point.
He was putting up 1,600.
Yeah.
And then when the quarterback play drops, he's still gonna give you 1,000. He's just not gonna give you much more because of the situation that he's in. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase has Joe Burrow.
Jamar's not in the conversation, though, in my opinion.
In the conversation for what?
He's not in the conversation. Or what you just asked.
Oh,
essentially,
he ain't going out,
brother.
all.
Like no,
Jamar's not going anywhere.
Jamar's not going anywhere.
Not
you
going
can take
anywhere.
Jamar out of it. The conversation's about the rest of the three.
Just off respect, because Justin Jefferson has done it for, I believe, 6 years.
Yeah, you crazy.
Jamar Chase for 5, Puka for 4.
They might be the same. Hold up, Puka might be the same as
because I train Puka, so I'm biased.
Yeah, so Puka's got 3 as well though. But
okay. Look what Puka done.
It was 160 for 1,400. He had 106 and he missed 6 games for 990. And then this year 166, 1,700.
Puka
So Puka can't go nowhere either. Because Puka's giving you those giving you those receiver numbers and he blocks. And y'all gotta understand, like, this ain't one-on-ones. If you talking one-on-ones, I'm with you. You talking one-on-ones, T? Let me go JJ, then JSN, then Jamar.
Boy. God damn.
You do.
He got 160 as a rookie.
With Cooper Kupp on the squad.
Yeah.
With Kupp on the squad.
He made him expendable.
I think it's JSN just because I agree with TJ. It's the respect to what they've been doing already. JSN, I think he's going to continue being like this. He's amazing. I think, I've said it already, I think he's a Hall of Fame type talent. He's ridiculously good. But as it stands right now, the season we just saw Puka have, the season that we've seen before from Jay Jettas and Jamar Chase, it was an unquestionable 1-2 with those two beforehand. I'm not going to punish Jamar or Jay Jettas.
Don't y'all think about this? Like, JSN is doing this on a team that features a run game. See, here's what I hate. I don't like chasing stats.
That's what makes it, I wouldn't say easier, but when you run the ball so effectively, you get a lot of single high coverage.
Bro, but when you get 180 some odd targets, you finna put up numbers.
Oh, I know. Like, the more targets you get, the more chances you have to be successful.
Correct.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
But you get targets because the coaches know you can be successful. And so, just off of what Puka did the first 3 years, you would have to go JSN. Now, if we ask this question in 2 years, JSN ain't going nowhere because he's extending now. When you splitting time with DK and Tyler Lockett that first year, you barely even start a game.
Bro, you made DK expendable. You know how hard
Absolutely.
that is to do?
No. You know what it is? When he showed them in practice, like, we can get rid of DK. Mm-hmm. He showed them in practice, we can get rid of DK. We don't need DK. And I was like, damn, they really did it? That's a great decision by the Seahawks front office and John Schneider.
What they get back? Did they
second?
A second, yeah.
A second?
For DK?
They didn't care. They knew what they had.
Yep.
Wow.
That's the other craziest thing about JSN as well. You guys know I'm a huge college fan. In college, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, their starting tandem. They had Jamison Williams as well. Jamison Williams left to Alabama because he knew the next season JSN was coming and was going to take a lion's share of those targets. Mm-hmm. And also, those guys were all saying collectively, nah, JSN is really the most talented out of the group. They sat all 3 of them down and asked them, hey, Garrett, Chris Olave, JSN, it's ridiculous.
It's the ultimate team sport, man. Yeah. We ain't even talking about this. We're not even talking about it's the ultimate team sport because look how much credit Sam Darnold getting right now. Mm-hmm. Look how much credit Sam Darnold getting right now.
Yep.
And a couple years ago, it was like he sucked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I can also say this. I've been in Sam Darnold corner from day one because I can't do my job without a quarterback throwing to me. He throw it to me all he wants. If I drop the ball, he can't do his job. Mm-hmm. If they not blocking, he can't throw the ball. I can't catch the ball. Mm-hmm. And so this is why football is the best game in the world.
Yeah.
Because it's an ultimate team game. I can't just get a ball to Luke and LeBron and say, go win me the game. Hey, KD, go. That ain't working in the NFL. Mm-hmm. Everybody got to be on the same accord.
That's well said.
I think it's crazy. I love the fact that we have this level of wide receiver play in the NFL, though.
Facts, bro.
Has been unbelievable. Look, moving forward, we need to talk about the new Pittsburgh Steelers coach, Mike McCarthy. He is now going to be reunited with, his former his former quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. He had a press conference earlier today, and got to talk about Aaron Rodgers, and choked up a little bit. I'll let you guys take a listen here.
Okay.
Oh, actually, sorry, I'm supposed to go right there.
Oftentimes coaches and players, you put on new team colors, and it takes a minute to feel comfortable in those new colors. But to be blessed beyond any measure, one day to put on the colors you wore since you brought home. I apologize. Brett, I told you not to sit my family down here in front. This is so unfair.
That was him choking up, talking about being the Steelers head coach, and then this is the audio that he had talking about Aaron Rodgers.
Except your own personal preference. In your best case scenario, do you want Aaron Rodgers back as your quarterback next year?
That's nice the way he asked that, right? That was slick. But I mean, definitely. I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't. But I think just like anything, knowing Aaron long enough, going through seasons, I think when players, to see Mel Blunt here, I mean, when guys are up at that stage of their career, they need to step away and decompress it. I think that's very important.
That's Mike McCarthy giving a little bit of coach speak, talking about Aaron Rodgers.
Let me start with the first one.
Yeah.
Mike McCarthy, stop all your crying. Stop all your crying. And not because it's not emotional, because I'm old enough to have watched Mike McCarthy's Cowboys presser. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Stop all your crying, because at your Cowboys presser, I sat the whole year off. I was in the basement. I was watching film, nothing but tape. Nothing but tape, man, nothing but tape. And then you showed up, you got that job, and you told us how that was all a farce. And then with the Cowboys, for what they thought you were going to do, you underachieved. Stop all that crying. Don't stop all that crying because I'm trying to be curt, be rude, be inhumane. No, it's just like, just go win some games. Go do the job. Like, McCarthy, you're a phenomenal actor. A phenomenal actor. And you deceived everybody at that Cowboys press conference. Kieran, when you got time, pull up that Cowboys presser. You ain't got to do that when you got time. And so y'all can know that, Acho, why are you being so harsh? If you remember the Mike McCarthy Cowboy presser, you're not going to fool me with all these tears. Oh, he loves it. He can't wait for it. Stop all that crying. Go win some games, T.
He's a Pittsburgh guy. I do know that. Born and raised there. And these dudes from Pittsburgh, they love their team. They love the Steelers. It's crazy. I'm in a Madden franchise with a bunch of dudes from Pittsburgh, and oh my God, they love the Steelers. When they lost, they must have felt like it was a death in the family to win the Steelers lost that playoff game. He, to me, is one, you got to say you want Aaron Rodgers back. You see how that turned out for the Jets, the way they treated Aaron Rodgers and how that season went. So that's first and foremost. But I don't mind the emotion, because when you grow up in Pittsburgh and you get to be the head coach of your childhood team that you grew up rooting for, that hits a little different. So I don't mind it. But nobody cares if you're not going to follow that up with a bunch of W's. And Pittsburgh has this reputation with Mike Tomlin never having a losing season. They haven't had a losing season. Mike Tomlin was there, 17 years?
Yep.
Damn show better not happen now. And so that, to me, is what the fans care about. Can you make the Steelers' offense go? That's been their Achilles heel, is really good on defense. But offensively, we haven't been able to carry our defense the way our defense has been able to carry us. That's all the Steelers fans are going to care about. Can this offense carry us? Can you get a quarterback, whether it's Aaron Rodgers, Will Howard, or whomever it may be, to start putting up points to where we don't have to always rely on our defense?
Do you think that Mike McCarthy is capable of doing that, though? In the sense that Mike McCarthy got a lot out of Dak Prescott, and he helped develop the hell out of Aaron Rodgers. But realistically speaking, do you think that Mike McCarthy can get anything out of Will Howard?
In that division, he has to. And I'm to answer you, no. Mm-hmm. No, I don't. I don't, because you got to fix offensive line because the Cowboys, they was airing that thing out.
Yeah.
He was throwing it. Do you have the offensive line to be able to do that? If Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback, well, Howard is a little mobile, so you can have a little leaky offensive line. He can kind of create with his legs. Mm-hmm. But you're in a division. We assume the Ravens going to be better. We assume the Bengals going to be better. The Browns are going to be good on defense if Jim Schwartz is there.
Yeah.
And so offensively, what will be their identity? Will it remain we're going to run the ball, or will we now turn the Steelers into a passing team like the majority of the NFL teams do? I don't know, but I'm going to say no because I root for the Bengals. But I will say this. I was impressed with Mike McCarthy when offense with the Cowboys. I was. The way Dak played with him, we saw a continuation of that this season. I don't think we can take away from the way Dak played this year and not give some of that credit to McCarthy.
My issue is, and I like the McCarthy hire only because you can't go from Mike Tomlin to question mark. You got to go from Mike Tomlin to somebody who I know is going to be good. My only question surrounding the McCarthy hire is they hired Mike Tomlin, I believe he was 35, maybe 35.
Young.
He's a young boy.
Very young.
Bill Cowher wasn't old either. They both stayed there for several years. Mike McCarthy, I believe, is 63. At the point in which you hire a 63-year-old, if he stays as long as Mike Tomlin stayed, he'd be coaching until he was 80. That's not going to happen.
No.
So, how many good years can you expect to get out of Mike McCarthy?
I'm going to say if they went perfect for both parties, 5 to 7. Mm-hmm. 5 to 7 years. The Steelers do a hell of a job drafting and developing their guys.
They do.
They're going to compete with everybody. That's one I got nothing but respect for the Steelers because playing them so much, it's like God, they'll draft a dude in the 5th round and he a baller.
Yeah, he'll turn into a dude.
It seems like everybody they draft, for the most part, it pans out. They do a really good job of drafting and developing their players. And so if he can get 5 years there, because you're right, Bill Cowher there forever, Mike Tomlin there forever. They probably wanted a younger coach. But if you have options and you look at the Steelers and you don't have a quarterback in the wings waiting, you're not taking that job. And the Steelers, they don't believe in sucking for a year, getting a quarterback. At some point, they're going to say, hey, we're going to have to NBA this and tank, get the number 1 pick, and now we can roll for the next 15.
Kieran, did you find anything on that Mike McCarthy
I found a clip from his introductory press conference. He said the goal here, the goal will never change here. It's about winning championships. I'll let you guys take a listen.
I mean, expectations, we'll get into that, obviously, once we get going. But, it's the Dallas Cowboys. I don't think you need to go further than that. Obviously, the tradition and history here is so unique, and it's an iconic franchise. And, the opportunity to really get in the room and talk football and structure, culture, and all the things a part of what we feel like we need to do to win that Super Bowl. Really, when you think about expectation, the goal will never change here. It's about winning championships.
I think it's funny to me about championships. Yeah, the Mike McCarthy thing is funny though. You've coached for 3 of the most historic franchises in the entire NFL.
Crazy.
You're a coach of the Packers, you're a coach of the Cowboys, and now you're a coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the funny thing is, I think he's outside of the early Packers tenure. I think he's kind of fell short of expectations with some of the rosters that he's been given. And for me, it's I don't know. The crying, it doesn't do anything for me. I watched you sell with my team. I'm not fond of him as to be completely honest with you. Bad clock management late in games, just simple, stupid coaching mistakes. Ezekiel Elliott's taking a snap under center.
Was that the one where Dak, when they tried to...
Yeah, when they had Ezekiel Elliott snap the ball to him? That was a Mike McCarthy coach football team. It's... Save the tears. Yes, you got another opportunity to coach an all-time great franchise, and I don't think you're going to win anything with it.
At least he can say that. Man, I
it's
coached the
awesome.
Packers, the Cowboys, and the Steelers.
I don't know how he can.
Wow. Yeah, he must have phenomenal relationships with legendary owners because I just don't. I mean, well, the Packers fans own the team, but it doesn't make sense to me. I don't like the hire. I never liked the hire for us. I don't like the hire for Pittsburgh. I know a lot of Pittsburgh fans that are really upset about the hire. Good luck, buddy.
T, one final question. What's success look like for Mike McCarthy in Pittsburgh?
You got to win playoff games.
Okay, that's it.
I don't. unless Will Howard is a revelation, you're not winning a Super Bowl. You don't have a quarterback. And so, to me, if you win a playoff game because they hadn't won one in a while, that's a win. That's a win.
Should he go get Kirk Cousins or Mac Jones?
I would go get Mac Jones before I go get Kirk Cousins. Mac Jones, he impressed me in the time he played. He really did. But leaky offensive line, you need a guy that can move around. Will Howard can do that. You need a guy that can move around. Now, schematically, is offensive line leaky because of the protections and schematic? Like, it could be that also. And so with him being such a good offensive-minded guy, maybe that offensive line isn't so bad after all.
Yeah, I hear it. Where we at?
Yeah, now moving forward, we have some news from our favorite beat reporter, Mary Kay Cabot. I swear we've seen more of her tweets than anyone on this show. He said the Browns did more work on their 3 head coach finalists today and are still working through some things. The 3 finalists are Jim Schwartz, Todd Monken, and Nate Shieldhouse, the passing game coordinator from the Los Angeles Rams. We could possibly hear something tonight is what was said. Fellas, how do we feel about these 3 candidates, and which one of these guys will have the most success with Shedeur Sanders?
T, what you call them, slump busters?
Hey, bro. Hey, man, listen. The Browns, bro, they might as well just hire Jim Schwartz, bro. Like, you want me, and you think I'm about to sit up and write an essay on why I should be your coach? Man, the Browns done lost their mind. I'm not in school.
Yeah.
All these coaches, they done been out. You think I'm about to write an essay? Because that's what's been reported.
Yep.
They have their head coaching candidates write an essay during the interview. Do you walk out the room and say, you got 30 minutes? You know what I mean? Are you staying in? Like, what is this? And so, who beating down Todd Monken's door?
Nobody.
Who beating down Jim Schwartz's door?
Nobody.
And Shieldhouse, who beat down his door?
Never heard of him.
Nobody.
Yeah.
And so, the Browns, they getting the leftovers. They getting, when the lights come on at the club, you taking me? Nah, I don't want you. I want her. No, I'm taking, damn, I got to take one of y'all 3. Fuck, which one I'm going to take? That's what they getting.
That's crazy.
We did have a report. There was a leak of one of the essays that, this is the one that Jim Schwartz apparently wrote. Miles likes me. That honestly should be all that Jim Schwartz should fill out. Bro, I'm your defense coordinator. I'm not writing you a damn essay to get your head coaching job. It's ridiculous.
That's who I would take. I'm hiring Jim Schwartz. I can't afford.
But you're not winning anything.
No, but I'm hiring. We gonna be good on defense.
Yeah.
And if I luck up and hire the right OC, we might be all right on offense.
But all right, let's be real. Let's be real. The success of the Browns' next coach is dependent upon Shedeur Sanders.
Or they don't like Shedeur.
Good luck.
And they draft somebody else.
Bro, you saw what happened when
Shedeur
Stefanski
Sanders.
didn't like Shedeur.
Who do you draft now, though?
No, not this year.
Oh, yeah.
But what I'm saying is this.
Next year, you got
next
a
year
tough
quarterback draft.
If you're Jim Schwartz, a defensive-minded coach, I think he's been a head coach previously, didn't have success. Maybe Detroit Lions.
He was the Detroit Lions, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
didn't have success.
He was decent.
Cool,
Wasn't
solid
terrible.
coach.
Wasn't terrible.
What's he finna do with Shedeur? And how that relationship finna go? Because Jim Schwartz is a aggressive, let's get it popping, I don't have time for all that. He, of course, don't care about no glitz, glamour, or attention
He don't.
that will come with Shedeur. So how do you think that's finna go?
I met Jim Schwartz, man, at the Combine a couple years ago. Sat down to talk football with him. I actually like him. He was cool as hell. Sat down at the hotel, bro. He was up there by himself, just going over shit by himself. Walked by him, sat down, started talking about 10, 15 minutes, talked football. And I walked away like, damn, he cool as hell. I liked him. But the problem is, if they are good, that OC gone. That's the problem when you hire a defensive coach, because now that OC is a hot commodity, he's gone. But with these candidates, shit, when them lights come on, Jim Schwartz, you the prettiest one. I'm taking him.
Man,
like that's your only option. Right?
Gee, that's disgusting.
You can't. Like, I'm just like, you ain't taking Todd Monken. You just had Lamar Jackson. And y'all did nothing.
Oh,
I can't choose you. Jim Schwartz, you the belle of the ball. I mean,
how does Jim Schwartz and Shedeur Sanders, how do they coexist?
At least I would hope, if Jim Schwartz is doing what TJ does, when you see Shedeur, hey, what's up? What's up, dog? How you doing? How life treating you? How being a rookie, you need? Hopefully, you establish some type of relationship with him while he was a rookie. You would hope so. He was servicing the scout team, so you should have had some interaction with him. But I don't know. I don't know what he thinks about Shedeur. But with the ammunition they have in the draft, if they don't like Shedeur or he does not play well, they got the firepower for next draft. Not this next year's draft. 2027.
I just think if you were sorry with Kevin Stefanski, you're going to be sorry as hell with Jim Schwartz. But if you were sorry with Kevin Stefanski, you're going to be sorry with Todd Monken. If you were sorry with Kevin Stefanski, you're going to be sorry with whoever the hell this is.
You have a great point, dude.
Like, it can only get worse without Kevin Stefanski, by the way.
No,
like
you
Cleveland
love him,
Browns,
though, right?
I like him a lot. But I know this much. The Cleveland Browns, if these are your three options, they're going to be worse next year. They're going to be worse.
But defensively, they're going to present a problem for everybody they play. Defensively, they're going to present a problem for everybody they play. So basically what you're saying is it don't matter who they hire.
Not of these three.
It don't matter who they hire. Because you think the world is Stefanski. So who can they hire that's going to be better than Kevin Stefanski in your eyes? Nobody.
Yeah, not
they
that's
available. Nobody there, right?
Magic City. No.
All right, if you go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say this, Acho. You mentioned that a lot of NFL coaching jobs you do view as bridge coaches, like those coaches as bridge coaches. This is a bridge coach situation. Whoever it is, I'm sorry, they're not gonna have the talent on the offensive side of the football to be able to go out there and actually compete in the division or for championships early on. Not now, hell no. You don't have a wide receiver one. You have a bad offensive line.
But
you
the
have
draft, you got you got a great wide receiver two. You got a great running back one. You got an incredible tight end number one.
Absolutely. But you're expecting a bunch of rookies to go out there and compete for a championship early? No, it's just not going to happen. This coach is going to struggle early on. They're probably going to have 2-3 years in there, and then they're out, and then you'll have a roster and a new team that's more that's sexier for a coaching hire to go one.
The Browns have had bridge coaches for the last 25 years. Pat Shurmur, bridge coach. Rob Jasinski, bridge coach. The black coach, Hugh Jackson, bridge coach. Freddie Kitchens, for real bridge coach. If you're telling me now Kevin Stefanski, bridge coach. This next coach, bridge coach.
How many years is
I don't think Stefanski was.
How many years is he gonna get? Whoever the coach is.
I think 3. Because to Kieran's point, it's got to be 3. Because you're not going to win anything this year. Realistically speaking, if it's one of these coaches, they're just not going to coaches.
So if you don't win anything this year, it would behoove the Cleveland Browns to be one and done.
They don't.
I'm going to tell you why, though.
Hugh Jackson went winless,
I'm going to tell you why. Because next year's draft is quarterback heavy. You want that coach, that offensive coach, to get this quarterback and not have him changing systems after year one. Andrew Berry, Haslam, giving y'all free game. You ain't even paying me for this. If they don't win, you got to get rid of the coach.
Yeah.
Because you have a rookie you're going to draft, top 2 pick
so
that you should have.
So you're assuming Shedeur's not the guy.
If they don't win, Shedeur isn't the guy.
Got it.
Right? Because if you don't win, you're drafting a quarterback because you're going to have a top 2 or 3 pick. And with this next year's draft, being so quarterback heavy, you don't want, we're going to go Jim Schwartz another year, fire him now, your second year, you're already on another system. You don't want that for your quarterback. You want him now adding stuff, certain hand signals with the receivers and the skill guys and certain audibles and just different lingo that you can build upon from your rookie year. You fire the coach, you start from scratch all over again.
Yeah. I mean, whoever that quarterback is, I'm going to be honest with you, they probably just need to lose next year. They're also 5th worst in the entire NFL in cap space going into this offseason. Like they don't have the money to spend. They also don't have the it's ridiculous. They're paying Myles Garrett all this money. They're paying other guys on the roster all this money that they have to keep. Deshaun Watson is one of the biggest cap hits in the entire NFL, and it's just tough.
Last year?
It's just
tough.
Tough.
Two more.
It's 2 more. They're stuck. They're stuck with him, and at the same time, brother, Browns, they need to lose. They need to lose to get better. They just have to. If Andrew Berry can keep drafting classes like he just did, then maybe there's upside at the end.
The only reason I disagree with you is if you really assess the rosters and the way in which they're constructed, the Browns this year are where the Patriots were last year. And y'all hear that and like, oh, it's crazy. Nope. The Browns, the Patriots last year, they didn't have a receiver one. They went and got themselves an old veteran in Stephon Diggs. They have a really good tight end in Hunter Henry, Harold Fannin. Patriots had question marks on the offensive line. At left tackle, what'd they do? They went and drafted Will Campbell. Defensively, the Patriots had really like one guy to build around. The Browns have two.
You would argue the Browns are more talented
You have Denzel
defensively,
Ward, you have Myles Garrett. The Patriots last year are the Cleveland Browns this
the
year.
New England Patriots and the Cleveland
you gotta
Browns.
T, I've studied this intently. Where, how, not.
Drake May was drafted in the top 5.
But that's the point I'm saying. The omission is a Q.
And
Q and a coach.
Left tackle, Will Campbell.
Yep, we need a left tackle.
Left guard, going by me now, rookie. So they drafted 2 offensive linemen that start on their left side. They're both rookies.
Mm-hmm.
And so they did a hell of a job drafting development, but more than anything, Drake May was able to do some things right away. Josh McDaniels installed a system different than what Brady did, and it worked for him.
But the point I'm saying is, outside of quarterback, like if Shador is this miracle worker that so many people think he is, outside of quarterback, the Patriots roster and the Browns roster, it is not far away.
No, but can they hire? Now, Vrabel defensive coach.
Yep.
Schwartz defensive coach. Schwartz, can you hire Josh McDaniels?
Yeah. And who
can you do that?
Who's
Can
doing
you
the
do
Josh
that?
McDaniels job, though?
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't see it.
Kieran, can we get to, I think, the most polarizing conversation in the sports world? Trey, I want you to chime in on this one, too. I don't know if y'all saw it. Coco Gauff slamming her tennis racket after losing the quarterfinal, and people are in shambles. I was in a 40-minute debate about it. Kieran, set it up.
Now, here's a video right here. Coco Gauff, after being eliminated from the Australian Open, ended up taking out her frustration back in the locker room. She then spoke to the media about her outburst. I'll let you guys take a listen to what she has to say.
Actually, so even
I
keeled.
just think it's healthy to just smash that racket and just get that loss over and done with. Does it help you move on?
Yeah, definitely. I think for me, I know myself and I don't want to lash out on my team. They're good people. They don't deserve that. And I know I'm emotional. So, yeah, I just took the minute to go and do that. And, yeah, I don't think it's a bad thing. Like I said, I don't try to do it on court in front of kids and things like that. But I do know I need to let out that emotion. Otherwise, I'm just going to be snappy with the people around me, and I don't want to do that because, like I said, they don't deserve it. They did their best. I did mine. Just need to let the frustration out.
Fellas, do you guys have any issue with Coco's outburst after losing?
Have no issue with the outburst. Have no issue with the how. Have only small issue with the when. The dilemma is this: like, if it was a man that did what Coco Gauff did, it's a non-story. If it was a man that did what Coco Gauff did, nobody's talking about it. I also think we have to be understanding of the fact of, like, there are so many stereotypes that are attributed to black women and being aggressive and black women and being angry. And I think this is a time where this is another one of those stereotypes trying to be attributed to Coco Gauff. Coco Gauff just lost a devastating match. I think she lost 6-1, lost 6-2, 2 sets. It was blouses. It was an embarrassing performance. Her own words, her own family's words, her own coach's words, and the analyst's words. She was upset. Athletes at the pinnacle of their performances, when they fall short, they are upset. I just think as though a lot of people are treating Coco Gauff like you wouldn't treat a man, and a lot of people are treating Coco Gauff like you wouldn't treat any other athlete if given the same level of devastation and same level of heartbreak. That's my first thought.
Yeah.
I'll give my second afterwards, T.
I have no problem with it at all. And I say that because I'm highly emotional myself. And so people that, when I played, that's how I was. When I coached softball, that's how I was. I watched my son play basketball, that's how I am. And so I have no problem with it, man. Like, you lost. She lost. She was upset. That's fine. That's fine. She didn't go hurt anybody. That's how she decompresses and lets out her frustration. I have no problem with it at all because she's playing a solo sport, tennis. You can blame nobody but yourself.
Facts.
You can't blame anybody. Oh, man, they let me know. They didn't do that. It's on you. And so I have no problem with it. She's a competitive person, and that shows she probably was pissed off she lost the way she lost. It wasn't competitive. The match wasn't.
Now, I have no problem with I have no major problem with the what. There is a time and a place, though. Funny enough, I ran into Caleb Williams today at this little private spot. And I reminiscent of, remember when Caleb lost that game and jumps into the stands and is crying with his mom? I have no issue with Caleb Williams crying. Have no issue with it. Right? Crying is a human emotion. Some people get mad, some people get happy, some people cry, some people get quiet, have no issue with it. But where Caleb did it was the issue. Caleb, you're still in public. You're in the stands right now. It's your mom. Like, where? Bro, wait till you get home. Go back to the locker room. Like, get into a private place. I have no issue with Coco Gauff slamming down the tennis racket to some degree. But you do have to be cognizant of like, oh, dang, cameras are still there. And now for those of y'all that want to say like, yo, the cameras are too invasive. With all due respect, it's a professional sport. Naomi Osaka, tennis player, was the top 10 highest paid athlete 2 years ago. Highest paid athlete. Not tennis player, athlete.
Yeah.
It's a professional sport. So with that being said, T, how many times are reporters in the locker room, we just got out the shower, we trying to get dressed, and reporters just in the locker room, cameras in our face, and it's like, yo, can I put some clothes on? Like, the sports are always highly invasive and highly intrusive. So I'm not now going to try to like lower the standard of invasion. It's just what it is. I just think Coco Gauff, I think Caleb Williams, I think individuals that are expressive of their emotions, you just have to be cognizant of like, yeah, Coco, you thought nobody was watching. You just have to ensure it, because otherwise you got to deal with nonsense like that. That's my only thing.
I don't care when you do it. Me.
What about Caleb? You didn't care about that either?
No, because this is just me. When I lose, I'm angry. And then 10, 15, 20 minutes, you calm down, that heart rate drops, and your anxiety drops, and that you're good. Now, you still may think about it, but that emotion, that anger, that it kind of leaves your body. It leaves your mind. And so at least for me, and so when it happens, how it happened for her, I believe that's natural because it's still fresh. The further you get away from it, the less you feel that way.
Let me push back on you here. Like, what about the aspect of don't let your emotions control you, control your emotions?
It's
like,
easier said than done.
1,000%.
At least for somebody that's emotional.
1,000%. 1,000%. Like, I really don't have an issue. My only thing was, especially team sport, LeBron James, he goes out, drops 51, 8-8, 2018 NBA Finals Game 1. Goes into the locker room. He's upset. He punches a fire extinguisher. You might know better than I. You remember he punched something. He ends up breaking his hand.
Yeah.
Plays the rest of that series, and then he tells us after that series, Game 1, lost, got mad, punched something, broke his hand. If you don't control your emotions, we've seen it with athletes, there have just been more so ramifications.
Controlling your emotions, like punching something and hurting yourself, that's different than slamming a racket or expressing yourself. It just, when you put so much into something and the results don't go the way you expected them to go, because I guarantee Coco went into that match like,
she's number 3 player in the world.
I'm about to smoke over
Coco
girl.
like that.
And then she lost. And it's like, what just happened? You're frustrated. You're angry. And so, like, I'll go, like, my son, we had a basketball tournament this weekend. We didn't do well, and we're really a good team. Really good. And I'd be just yelling, and I'd be like, damn, how can all the other parents just kind of just sit there and chill? Like I can't help myself. And I'm not yelling at my son. I don't yell at my son. I'm like helping other kids on my team, like, hey, we got to do. And I'm like, how can they just sit here like it don't matter to them? Some people are just passionate about certain things, especially when it comes to competition. I don't mind it one bit. I would rather you care than not care.
Where you at on this?
I think it should be a non-story. I think it's something that is. I mean, it's ridiculous that we're even having a conversation about like the outburst, because I think the attempt was there to have it in a private spot. The attempt was there for her to not do it. I mean, she even says, like, I'm not going to go do it out there on the court in front of kids, lash out, do all these other things where, like, a lot of people show emotions, but also it's a sport. People get emotional while playing sports. I get emotional while playing sports. I'll be playing golf and I get mad. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're a competitive person, and whenever you're a top of the line competitive person like a Coco Gauff, it could definitely be something. But then, like, there's even stuff like this. Here's Sabalenka, who's now the #1 ranked tennis player in the world. 2023, after Coco Gauff beat her in the U.S. Open, does the same exact thing. Pulls her racket out, ends up smashing it against the floor, trying to get out that frustration. She's not doing it out there on the floor. She's pissed. She's upset about what's happening right now. It's tough. Like putting in that much work is
Does
rough.
that not mean it's always a story, though?
Yeah.
Like, is it like, because is it
I don't think it should be. If you're doing it out on the court, it's a story. Control your emotions. But also, bro, last year, Michael Taft, perfect example. I wish I could pull the video. Michael Taft, All-American safety for the University of Texas. After the game against Ohio State, he's in the locker room and he's screaming because he's just so frustrated. He put so much into that season and they ended up coming up short in the semifinal. He's screaming. He's like, what? Like, you know what I mean? Doing that whole crazy emotional thing right there. But he does it off of the field. Somebody records it, ends up posting it online. There's even people looking at him like, bro, why are you recording that? It's like an emotional moment for the guy. At some point, yes, you're fresh off of that feeling. We're human beings, not robots. Like, you're gonna want to get out that emotion at some point. So I have no problem with it. And also, man, Coco's the epitome of class whenever it comes to tennis. I got into tennis last year. My girlfriend played tennis in high school, state champion, flex. But bro, she is the epitome of class. There's a lot of people that complain and do all this other small stuff where they're having all sorts of frustrations and whatnot showing on the court. Even earlier, Naomi Osaka went up against a girl that got upset that she was saying "let's go" after beating her. Cry about that. Hold that L. Sorry. With Coco Gauff, bro, I'm trying to compete. I'm trying to go out there and win. I think it should be a non-story.
Where you at on it, Trey?
Yeah, I mean, I echo all of the sentiments that y'all said. I don't see any issue with her expressing this, where she did or when she did. I also like the fact that you brought up that, the trope is the angry black woman trope. And that's why this is a story. And I agree with that. We see that too often in life, but especially in sports. We saw with Angel Reese, where they tried to paint her as the angry black woman and when she had her battle with Caitlin Clark. But when Caitlin Clark goes to the bench and she slams the chair and knocks her teammate over, and it's so much passion and just vigor in her and emotion in her play, and it's just so great to see. But when a young black woman expresses her emotion and disdain with her own performance, like TJ said, it's a solo sport. She's only mad at herself. She said it in a press conference. I'm not mad at my team. I didn't want to express that to them. She made an intentional decision to avoid her team and other players and express that solely by herself. And it's just unfortunate that it was caught on camera, but I don't see any issue with it. I think it's fine. I'm a competitive person. I emote very similarly when I lose. I hate losing. I'm a sore loser. It's not a secret. At 32, I still don't emote well when it comes to losing. But she did it, I think, in the best way possible.
You ain't ever run down there on special teams and I missed that tackle, man. I got to go slam my helmet on the side.
Hell no, he was an all-pro special teams. He ain't missed no tackles. You got my dog, man.
I was a national championship. It wasn't no frustration from you.
I'm just cognizant of my surroundings at all times. That's my only thing. It's I'm not going to do it in public. Yeah. I'm going to wait till I get back into that locker room, or I'm going to wait back and then before reporters come in, because we got about 5 to 7 minutes. I'm going to wait till I get back into that locker room before the reporters come in. But I'm very, very big on trying to deal with emotions in that healthy way.
I never care. You can view me how you view me. I don't give a damn. You can view me how you view me. I can care less. I may not see you again anyway, so whatever.
Yeah. What about, tennis is such a different sport because it's isolated. What about the team of it all? The Caleb of it all, my issue there, going full circle to all this, the Caleb Williams of it all was bro, you're supposed to be the leader of the squad. You know what I mean?
But I appreciate a guy that shows that he cares. That meant something. When you show that type of emotion, it means something to you.
It's not about it's just about the where. You have, how many kids, T? How many kids?
4.
4 kids. Wife, 4 kids. There's cognizant of, you're cognizant, I'm sure, of time where it's look, tragedy just struck, but everybody crying, so I can't be crying right now.
Yeah. I gotta be strong in that
because I'm the leader of this household.
Yeah.
So me and my wife, we might not be able to argue right now because we're the leaders of this household.
Yes.
Me and my wife, we might not be able to cry right now because we're the leaders. So kids, y'all cry. We're going to cry, but we're not going to cry right now, right here, because we're the leader.
Different type of emotion. That's a different type of emotion. When I gotta be strong, I'm strong.
That's all I'm saying.
But to me, it's such a different dynamic with that comparison. Something has happened. I got to be strong for my wife and my children. But when it comes to when it's you versus me, and you beat me, and I really feel like I should have won, and I know I did X, Y, and Z that caused me to lose.
Yeah.
Man, it ain't no telling what I'm gonna do.
I'm not gonna lie, Acho, I'd be crying too if my wife and kids gave up 52 points in a game where I dropped 42. Yeah, I'm crying. Y'all are sorry. Yeah, what am I leading at this point? I'm leading a losing team. I'm crying my ass off. I don't know. I don't blame Caleb for that. But it is what it is.
Stop listening. It's becoming
Mama, they weak.
Bro, they gave it up, boy. It was bad.
It is becoming a theme and a trend on this show to have so many parameters about who, when, where, and why you can cry. And I just am not a fan of it. I got some supporters in the chat that didn't already said today Trey could have cried in the car at his wedding. And now we telling Coco Gauff that she got to be in the locker room
Train her
by
ass off
herself
for that, man.
with no cameras around before. I just,
I do. But
Make sure you're in the vehicle with the blacked out windows before you start showing some emotion.
As an athlete, honestly, it's like all things are permissible, but not all things are beneficial. You can do whatever you want. Nobody say like, Coco, do whatever you want. Caleb, do whatever you want. Everybody can do what they want.
You just
don't advise it because of the backlash. Cam Newton goes to a Super Bowl. He loses a Super Bowl. Does his interview like this. Whole bunch of backlash. It's like you can do whatever you want. You can
face a backlash. But like TJ said, that comes with mental fortitude of the athlete. DJ's like, man, I don't care what you think about me.
Yeah.
I'm kind of in the same boat. Like I don't care what you think. At the end of the day, I'm an emotional dude. I'll say it.
For me, the only reason I would care if it's a self goal of my own to just be better. But other than outside of that, I don't really care what anybody else has to say.
It is what it is.
Where we at, Kieran?
Moving forward, let's talk about the greatest basketball player of all time because he, just like me, is ready to prove Acho wrong yet again about this load management, this pace of play nonsense. When I say it, it's a problem. But when one of the greatest basketball players of all time with more minutes than anyone in NBA history says it, it better not be. Okay? LeBron James had something to say while on the podcast with Tyrese Halliburton about pace of play. I'll let you guys take a listen.
About it because the game is different. Like I want people to understand and our fans to understand that playing 82 games in the 80s and 90s is not the same as playing 82 games in the 2020s. It's just not. The way we play, the level of pace, the level of the speed that we're playing at, it's a different game now. It's a totally different game. And, it's a lot of soft tissue injuries that's happened now because of it. I hope we can get a handle on that as well.
How do we feel about LeBron James's comments on pace of play, Acho?
It's not inaccurate. It's just incomplete. He's completely accurate. It's not inaccurate. It's just incomplete. Though the pace of play has changed, y'all don't think nutrition has changed? Y'all watched The Last Dance. Jordan would leave the game, go drink a beer. They leaving the game, drinking beer, smoking cigarettes. They did not have hyperbaric chambers. They weren't using them to the same degree. Like we don't think that nutrition. We don't think that the different devices that athletes use. That's all changed. So yes, the pace of play is faster, but I just think let's not make excuses. Let's be cognizant of the fact that the pace of play is faster, and let's also be cognizant of we need to adjust accordingly. Both are true.
I can hear you, but physical exertion is physical exertion at the end of the day. We as human beings have not evolved that much in 30, 40 years. Regardless of the sciences and whatnot, yes, you could say that they've taken steps. Like back in the 80s, ACL injury would have been possibly career ending. Nowadays, it's not the same. But my thing is, though, our muscles are not just completely built different now. Yes, there's easier ways to recover, but the pace of play argument that he's making is true. There is more physical exertion from these players in half-court sets. I saved this video wrong. Do we have it? Yeah. Okay. This is a playoff game from 1987. The Bulls and the Bills and then the Boston Celtics.
97.
No.
5-13, Boston. 3.5 minutes left.
This is really loud, but I want you to take a look at the pace of play. There's no off-ball screens. How much movement is happening off of? Come on now. This is not the same basketball that we're watching now. And as a matter of fact, I challenge any of you guys to go on YouTube after the show and look at this full game and tell me it's the same NBA that you're watching. It's ridiculous. It's not even remotely close to being the same.
And it was a 3-second violation.
And it was because there wasn't that back there. But it's a completely different game. And these players, you're playing from the perimeter to the perimeter. Like I said earlier, a power forward could walk down the court, sit in the paint, and he will wait for his opportunity to either get a rebound or get that one-on-one opportunity in the low block. Now you have to guard or someone on the perimeter. You have to have off-ball screens. You need to get in position. You have to move around. The game is just so much more evolved than what it was. At the end of the day, it's not the same. I don't care about of course treatment and whatnot. Treatment and all that is nice, but it's more physically exhausting to play the game now than it was in 1987.
That is true. But it's also much easier to recover much faster than it was to play the game in 1987.
But it's a different level of output, so it's
a much different level of input. Now, if you want to say it's not net equal, fine. I'll listen to you. It's not net equal. I'm just saying, what's your solution then? Should everybody just not play back-to-backs? Should we cut the games from 82 down to 60? What's the solution then? I'm not ignorant to the fact that it's a different output, but it is a much different input. It's a much different input, T, from when I was in college. My first year in college, we didn't have a team nutritionist. By the end of it, we had team nutritionists. When I was in Philadelphia, when I was in Cleveland my first year in the league, we didn't have no sports science. By my second year, we would have to go into the facility and put different nodes onto your wrist, onto your forehead to test your readiness to compete that day.
We never had that one time when I was in the league, so I'm really old then.
You feel me?
But LeBron's right, though, and this how... Just look at it. He said the 80s and 90s, right? Just go back to 2003. Possessions per game.
Yeah.
Possessions per game.
Yeah, possessions per game.
Dallas led the league in 2003-2004 season. 96. Basically 97, 96.8 possessions per game. You go all the way now to this year.
I'll look this up.
10 more.
Yeah.
Miami Heat 108 possessions per game. And so, and you're going up and down the court. Up and down the court. The only way that they can, I guess, address it, the guys couldn't play, they can't play 39, 40 minutes. That's the problem. Guys are playing at a faster pace. And you're playing 39, 40 minutes. Now, if you take those minutes to 32 to 34, maybe the injuries will dissipate. But they're playing at a faster pace. You're playing a ton of minutes, and that's what's going to happen.
Now, let me ask you this.
That's what's going to happen.
Then should it just be math? If the league is currently playing 10 more possessions per game across 80 games, then you playing roughly 80 more possessions, 800 more possessions a year. So then should we just cut 10 games a year?
Yeah.
So now you're only playing 72 games a year, and now you're playing the same amount of possessions on average this year that you would be playing 20 years ago.
To be honest with you, with statistical inflation, I'm not against that idea. This year alone, there are more players averaging 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists than almost the entire history of the NBA leading up to 2003 combined.
Oh, wow.
Could you?
It's ridiculous how, and also I think there's so many different aspects of it that are dangerous rhetoric, I think, to be sharing. After going back and watching a lot of 80s and 90s basketball, there's more movement in half court sets than there was back then. That's not even arguable. It's a verifiable fact. So you're getting more possessions, plus more movement in half court sets, plus more points. All of these other things. People roast defenders of today. Oh, it's a softer league. They have more to defend. There's more court to defend. It's just a completely different game.
I mean, back then though, it was different though. Also, you had bigs that stayed in the paint.
Absolutely.
They stayed in the paint, so it wasn't as much movement. Like, why are you moving? You got Hakeem Olajuwon on the block. You got Shaq on the block. So now everybody basically is positionless. So you got bigs now at a three-point line. So now you have more space. That's why it's more movement, because the guys, the bigs now are shooting threes. Back then they weren't.
But here's what I will say. Like, as an athlete who lived through two-a-days practices and then was out of two-a-day practices, if you leave it up to us, the athlete, we will always choose less. Always. So if you leave it up to LeBron and them, let's play less guys.
Hey,
we'll always choose less.
Prime example. Look at the CBA now. When I came in, first day of training camp, double days. Second day of training camp, double days. Third day of training camp, I swear to God, I couldn't even walk.
Break that down. Break down what a double day is, because some people break down what practically.
So, okay, first day of training camp, helmet, shoulder pads, pants, full practice. You go to lunch, you go take a nap, you got another practice about 4 hours later.
With helmets, shoulder pads,
pants, another full practice. After that, you shower. You go have dinner. After dinner, you have meetings.
Yep.
After meetings, you want to kind of decompress. So you may play some video games. You're going to get on the phone, call your family. You're going to bed about 10:30, 11. Because you ain't getting out of meetings till about 9:45, 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Then you don't want to just go straight to bed. So you're going to get on the phone. You may get on the video game. Then boom, 6 o'clock in the morning. Right back, same thing, same practice.
Correct.
That's second day. Dude, I swear to God, you get out the bed the third day, you can barely walk.
Correct.
You can't even put socks on.
Correct.
Straight flip-flops. I ain't putting no socks on. I don't even want to pause. I ain't even been over to put no socks on. Right?
He paused it.
You can't even walk. But when they blow that whistle, your ass gonna run.
Now let me ask you
Your
this.
ass gonna run.
How old your son?
Just turned 12 today.
Could your son imagine doing that?
No. But this is
That's
the thing.
my point.
So when you say
they not built the same either.
When you say we always choose less. So now the new CBA went into effect, I believe it was 2013, 2012, 2013, one of those years. What did the players want? No more two-a-days.
Correct. Walk through. We're gonna have one full padded practice.
One full practice.
Then we're gonna walk through the second one.
Now you can only have X amount of padded practices
all year
per season.
Talking to you.
We was having that shit in training camp. And so you're able to choose less, we are going to take less. And so that's why now in the National Football League, quote unquote, it's easier.
Yeah.
Players are fresher. Like you go to training camp, full tank of gas.
Bruh.
They taking me to a quarter tank. I'll get back to 3/4 of a tank. I never get back to what I came in at.
Yeah.
And the thing is, bruh, you don't ever my first year at Texas, 2 days. And that's Texas heat.
Yeah.
It's 102 outside.
It's crazy.
Bro, I was in Georgetown. Hey,
That's different.
we was doing Oklahomas too.
Yep, Oklahoma drill.
We in the league. We was doing Oklahomas, bruh, on our back. Blow that whistle, boy. You trying to get up so fast because I need all this momentum.
Correct.
Because you ain't trying to get beat
caught
out.
lacking, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
We doing Oklahomas, bruh. In the league.
By my second year, we stopped doing 2 days. By my third year, I was like, bro, I don't know how I got through 2 days. I couldn't imagine. Because the other thing is, like, sometimes if your pants weren't still wet, your shoes still wet.
Bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, your gloves still wet.
Yeah.
And so, like, bro, players are going to be soft if you let them.
Dude on our team had a hyperbaric chamber. He let me get in that thing. I woke up. The next day, I was like, what the hell? Man, I went and bought one.
Yep.
I spent that $40,000.
Yep.
I'm like, bruh, how much this costs? Oh, I'm going to buy one. I sure did. That off season, $40,000 hyperbaric chamber, sure did. Wow. That is a miracle maker there.
So, my thing is though, with all of that, I get where you guys are coming from. With all of that, why do we still feel like athletes are better today? Because of recovery and a lack of exertion unnecessarily. Like why do players play longer today? Because of recovery and a lack of exertion unnecessarily.
It's not unnecessary.
Is it not unnecessary because of toughness? Is it not unnecessary because of something intangible, intangible?
And you can't even touch a guy in the NBA no more. You can't even touch a guy.
I completely agree with you. I think foul rules are a whole lot softer than they used to be.
Think about it. Because all of our games have gotten softer. Because all of our athletes have gotten softer.
Because all of your athletes, we now care about the health of post-career.
Yeah.
Like that, it aligns. If we didn't, I'm sorry, the NFL would still be a crash outs league if we didn't care about them hitting people in the head. Yeah. But whenever we see Tua Tagovailoa throwing up gang signs, they're like, bro, it's uncomfortable for the viewers.
Yeah, when you do,
I'm not trying to make a joke out of it. Like that's we don't want to like, bro, like
gang signs is crazy.
You have to care about the person though as well as the athlete.
We flirt with getting canceled every other segment.
I'm sorry,
it's crazy. We done Indian accents.
I'm being serious though. Like y'all gonna make me laugh. Like,
hey, that accent though was cold.
That was crazy.
It's going to be recorded for quality assurance purposes.
Yeah, you need to finish the show with that one.
No, man. Look, I think it's a situation now where yes, I get it. Like I understand that. I think athletes are a whole lot softer, bro. I'm not. Y'all was out there lifting, barehanded, no wrist wraps, all that other stuff, lifting heavyweight, doing all this. Like I've heard the Bo Jackson stories, throwing rocks through screen windows and whatnot.
It's the practices, bro. I'm telling you, man. Training camp was 6 weeks my rookie year.
Yeah.
6 weeks.
Yeah.
6 weeks.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
But you know what's
we
crazy?
we also have to leave the nostalgic.
You have to leave that behind.
Force of like we all hear the stories of, and Acho, I'm sure, with your parents being from the motherland, you've heard some stories. But even here in the States, we hear But TJ, you ain't, because you was, and Cameron, you. I heard some stories about when I was a kid, I had to walk through 6 inches of snow. I had to wait at the bus stop in 4-degree weather. And all of these just crazy, mind-blowing things that were like, but you want me to do that too? You know how horrible that was. Yeah, you know how horrible that was. Why would you want that for me?
The only reason
that's what you sound
like. Mental toughness.
That's it. Like the only reason I potentially want you to is if it's building character.
Yes.
That's the only reason I potentially want you to.
Now,
like, if there's a character play or the character of the game.
Okay.
Because the character of the game of football has changed too.
Okay.
Like you can no longer smack people. You know what I'm saying? Like the character of the game, not just character, emotional character,
the integrity,
but the integrity, like the character of the game of football too has changed. Where now it's like, wait, you calling that?
Yeah.
Like, wait, like, hold on a second. Like, that's an illegal hit? Like, a quarterback, bro, all I did was tackle him.
No, I hear you.
And now you create a soft quarterback because now quarterbacks are looking for flags the second they get hit.
Yeah. But let me push back on Acho directly because this is kind of crazy for me to hear, knowing how much he can. You're willing to risk the character of the game and somebody's persona in that game for scrambled eggs for brains when they retire? That's crazy.
Here's why.
Coming from you, that's crazy.
But here's why.
TJ said, that's the sacrifice you make. Is that how you feel?
And here's why specifically.
I'm telling you.
If you go back and watch me, not the only reason, several reasons, because I wasn't that athletic. In large part of reason, I played 4 years because I was like, you know what? Let them scramble their eggs. It's a cost you got to pay. I was the one to pay it. If a running back was bigger than me, my rule of thumb, I'm not hitting him high.
I think there's some people that do it. Yeah.
Like, because I'm like, I need this. Yeah. This is going to make me a lot of money after the league.
Yeah.
If Peyton Hillis. Saw Peyton Hillis one-on-one and Peyton Hillis was prime. Do you remember Peyton Hillis?
Yeah. Arkansas.
Cover a Madden.
Cover one-on-one. Tackling somebody in the hole is not hard. People make that up like, could you tackle him in the No. Tackling somebody when you have like a cover 3 hook curl drop and he catches a check down, that's the hard part. Because now we got 10 yards of space. And all you got is time to think. You just calculating your life. How this gonna go? I got Peyton Hillis off a check down. And I'm like, bruh, he a big corn-fed white boy.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. I went to private school.
Yeah.
I'm in the league, but like, I still went to private school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My dad's a doctor.
I'm with you. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
PhDs, all through the Acho house.
All through the Acho house. We got 12 degrees amongst 4 kids.
Come on now.
What am I doing here?
Yeah.
So like, there came a point where I was like, oh, I'm not hitting you up high. You're not worried about your life. Quite literally, Peyton Hillis almost died trying to save his kids. He almost drowned. True story.
Yeah, this is like
Peyton Hillis, he's not afraid of death.
Yeah.
Me. Yeah. I fear a lot of things.
I got #1 selling books to write. I got Emmys to win. I got phone calls with Oprah and got to hang up with Maddie just to take them.
Glasses I need to put on with a shirt that's loosely made from cotton.
I went I didn't go chest to chest with Peyton Hillis.
Yeah.
I went pew.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying.
So yes, whoever wants to scramble, Peyton Hillis, I need that toughness. Because Acho doesn't have it.
That's crazy.
So you can't have a bunch of Achos in the league. What do we do? What kind of league is that?
Like you still like at some point you have to in boxing they say this, you need to save the fighter from himself. At the end of the day, like we don't want more of those situations, like where those guys are scrambling their eggs. And I do hear you, because I think the flip side of that argument, which is honestly a darker argument to have, you're making $25 million to play a child's game.
Yeah.
You know it comes with a deteriorating body. You know it comes with brutal physicality and whatnot.
Yeah.
My problem is basketball that game? Back to the central part of the conversation. Basketball is not a game. Your legs might hurt at the end of it all. Yeah, like these other things, but basketball is not a game of football where it's like, oh, you legit might have scrambled eggs for brains and not remember what you ate in 30 years. But like, I also, to say this just quite frankly and kind of wrap the whole show up, back to the very first point. Like Bill Polian, man. The game's not going back to what you thought it was. You got to get over that shit. I'm sorry, you do. Like, it's going to remain like this because there's too much at stake. We care about the athletes too much to let them go out there and continuously hurt themselves over and over and over again. It's just not going back. So learn to adapt or die and get over it, boomers. How about that?
Last super chat before we dip.
Yeah, listen, they've been on my head. Austin Tallman has sent 2 super chats like, I sent the first one, now I'm sending another one. Make sure you read my shit. He said, how do you feel about the Chiefs EB hire considering Mahomes hasn't thrown for over 5,000 yards since and 1,000 yards less per year? T, also, how do you feel about the Chad O'Shea hire? You are a great mind and coach. Where does it take the mid-receiver play?
I'm eager to see bringing EB back.
Yeah.
Does it get him back rolling again? Because since Eric Bieniemy left, the offense has kind of gone downhill, even though Andy Reid is a coordinator and he calls the plays. So I'm eager to see just that in your face. I'm not going to let you slack off. I'm eager to see how that plays out. Chad O'Shea, listen, man, when you're in the NFL, you got to get better on your own.
Yeah.
Your position coach will teach you football. They're not teaching you how to get better at your position. Take that how you want to take it.
That's well said.
That's fair. I got a couple more. Victor Moan Jr. Shout out to our guy Victor Moan Jr. in the building. Said, I think the faster pace of play is more so due to obviously better athletes, but also the rules change and removing physicality from the game. No more hand checking in the absence of true big
That's the problem.
Enforcers. Yep. Yeah. Which is essentially what TJ said.
The
one
three
more
ball
from
changed everything too,
okay, that's crazy. But Q Rich chimed in on our conversation about the Coco Gauff situation where she, emoted, and he said, when Tom Brady slams a tablet on the sidelines, they say it's passion, but now people have a problem with this. Shaking my head. We're all competitive. It happens.
Guys, that reminds me, if the Bears would have lost that game to the Packers where Caleb Williams was showing all that emotion on the sideline, can you imagine what the rhetoric would have been? The narrative would have been, oh my gosh, this dude's such an emotional crybaby who's complaining and whining on the sideline and doing all this other stuff. I don't want this from my quarterback. When Tom Brady's LFGing to his offensive lineman, getting in their face, slamming tablets, getting emotional, then it's like it's a non-problem. Like you have to be real with your bias here. I'm okay with athletes showing emotion in any way. I'm okay with what Tom Brady did, the same way I'm okay with what Caleb Williams did, the same way I'm okay with what Coco Gauff did. It's sports, man. Go play some sports, and if you don't get emotional or at least have that competitive spirit, I don't want you on my team. As a matter of fact, I'd rather have you on my team if you have more of that in you.
And didn't Brady also have that joint that went viral where he was just sitting on the field like moping, and then everybody started we had planking, right?
On he's sitting on the bench.
Yeah, he was sitting on the bench, and he was just sitting there, and everybody started mimicking his posture on the thing. It was like, oh, is Brady becoming a thing? So I mean, even then, it's like they make a joke of it as opposed to actually giving him criticism.
But the only thing I will say is we always bring it up. It's always talked about. When Kelsey bumped Andy Reid, we talked about it. When Caleb was pouting with his mom, or even pouting last year after getting sacked, we talked about it. When Odell Beckham was kicking nets, we talked about it. When Brady slammed, so we do always talk about it.
But the magnification is very different because A.J. Brown sitting on the bench reading a book, and Tom Brady slamming a tablet. Should have a similar magnification, and one's under a 50x microscope, and the other one's under an electron joint that's 1,000 times. So
that's facts. Ethan,
Yeah.
Do what you need to do, G.
Look, man, it has been an amazing show here today. We will be back tomorrow, 11:15 p.m. Eastern, 10:15 p.m. Central, 8:15 p.m. Pacific. Ladies and gentlemen, oh, man, we only have very few shows left before we take a break for essentially the whole month of February.
Telling y'all now, we are going to be dark after a while till March 1st, so prepare your hearts. But we're back tomorrow.
We'll be back tomorrow.
I just don't know what I'm going to do with all of this free time that I'm going to, suddenly come upon.
I'm going to be in Milan and then in London with my family and just, having a good time at the Winter Olympics. But good luck to you guys, whatever you're doing. It's been an amazing show for Care Bear Kieran, TJ Hushman, Zado, Emmanuel, Acho, Social Trey, and everyone in the back. Make some noise in the back.
Shout out to the gang in the back.
We will see you guys tomorrow right here in the Speakeasy.
Peace.